sleep on them, bitch. You get the best night of your life for that week, goddamn.
Hey, shit like them cheap ass sheets, goddamn.
Mo be stiff as a motherfucker.
Man, what? You wash them, they get them little balls and shit on them.
Right.
Shit be everywhere.
Be peeling and shit.
Got lint all in them and shit.
Fit it, don't fit no more.
And one time I got a house that I realized, nah, bro, you got to up that thread count, boy. You can't buy them cheap ass sheets.
If you want to sleep comfortable,
Yeah, I still don't know what the fuck the difference is. I don't fit on
You ain't live life here, boy. So we know who got them beaded up ass sheets at their house.
Walmart, goddamn. The bed in the
She
bag.
does all that shit. She pay for that shit. Whatever.
The bed in the bag. Them bed in the bags used to be clutch though. From Walmart for college and shit like
Hey,
that. I ain't talking about now though. Not now.
No, not now. But like, back in college, I liked the t-shirt sheets. That was my shit.
T-shirt sheets. What's that?
Like they just cloth. They real deal feel like
That
a
nigga
t-shirt.
had them Goodwill
Yeah,
shit.
goddamn. You worked at like Sears or some shit.
Yeah.
That's why I got Walmart. Nigga went to Walmart.
Asked the lady over there in the section, hey, what sheets good? Nigga didn't know shit about no t-shirt sheets and no college. Nigga just happy to have some sheets on the bed.
Yeah.
Nigga, the sheets could have been your comforter in college.
He probably had one set of sheets the whole time in the dorm and didn't even think about it.
This is
Had
true.
the one same.
When you was washing, wasn't no sheets on the bed because that was your only pair. You ain't had no backup pair of sheets.
no.
Nigga damn sure they had no backup.
When you do it, it's because the mother one's ruined, so you ain't got that
Hey,
one.
that
though.
was it. But I ain't realize how to hide them hoes be now, though.
Yeah,
Right.
Bitch hot.
yeah.
Super.
But now, like you could get a bed in the bag for $40. Like now you got to spend about $200.
Oh, yeah, you got to
Yeah.
spend money, goddamn. That
Probably
and a
more.
mattress. I ain't realize how high none of that.
Mattress is a motherfucker. Boy. Box
That mattress
spring.
is an investment.
You could get a box spring in the king size frame for $100.
Hell yeah.
Your bed gonna end up costing $2,800.
You put the egg crate on. You put the egg crate. You was good to
Shit on
go.
their head.
Now,
Oh,
why that
man.
mattress? $1,400.
Shit.
Here we go. You tuning in to the Dummies Podcast. I'm Stock.
I'm Joe.
I'm tall.
And I'm motherfucking hooded, nigga.
And here we are. We back like we never left, because like we say every week, we never leave. This is episode number 11. It's Saturday, November the 24th.
Yeah, bitch.
Where we at, Hoop?
Just another wonderful week, man. We coming off a week, enjoyed. Hopefully everybody got the day off to eat and enjoy Thanksgiving and be thankful
Thanksgiving
for something.
week, baby.
You know what I'm saying? So we coming off a good Thanksgiving. I'm still eating fucking leftovers. I'm gonna eat them till probably.
No, that shit passed the expiration.
No, boy, it was just Thursday. It was 2 days. man.
Sunday.
It was
Tomorrow.
2 days. Yeah,
Give me
tomorrow. Today my last cheat day, so I'm back at it tomorrow. So fuck it. It goes bad after tonight.
Okay, I hear you.
But yeah, man, happy Thanksgiving, guys. I don't think I told y'all last week. Happy.
Well, shit is gone now. Who thank you, goddamn.
Thanksgiving is everything.
I think somebody said it, but like, yeah, we don't do that shit. But
Don't do what?
tell each other happy holidays.
We don't say it. Do we?
I said it to you.
He did. Todd did.
I stopped,
say it.
I stopped when that fucking
That
big
change.
mass check.
Yeah,
text
get me out of there.
Like I used to text a couple niggas,
They don't
like,
mean
you know,
shit no more.
But now when everybody sending that little long ass text message, I'm in that
Right.
bitch with your grandmama and I don't know her and she responded.
And everybody replying to the
Yeah.
group.
All day,
Yeah,
goddamn.
I
Thank
hate
you,
that
you
shit.
welcome. Like, who the fuck is that?
Right.
I don't even know you.
Leave your Aunt Pearl out of my group message.
Right.
Keep her out my shit. I ain't about to text back Aunt Pearl.
It definitely was a good week. Thanksgiving was cool. The fam, they left me. I was so sad that they was gone. I missed alumni weekend for the first time in a few years. I seen that it went down. LaFleur put on a big show. You can see from the social media. So shouts out to LaFleur on that
Y'all
big major event.
love to post it every second of every hour.
Why not?
Get them niggas, cuz. Get them.
He
No.
can't. He can't.
But I will say this: LaFleur alumni is very dope.
That is dope. Like, my,
We was kind of rival of them, not an official rival, but we kind of was in the same circle with a lot of people. That's why I'm so many friends. That's why I have so many LaFleur friends. But they was trash in high school. They alumni. You got to give it up for them. You a hater if you don't give it up for how dope they shit be every year.
like, that was
Fuck
a hell of a
that.
party. Like, that shit got me thinking, like, why the hell my high school don't do shit like, or some kind of alumni party? You know what I'm saying?
it's
And your high school was all black, right?
Yeah.
But you know, the bigger picture of it, and I want to make sure I bring this up. Yeah, we see the party and the highlights, but the biggest thing is on tomorrow, they'll probably post it, or sometime Monday, they put how much money that they made. And like, you know, last year it was like $30-something thousand. And then they broke down where that money is going to be spent. And, you know, so it's not, you know, it's to party and be cool, but it's also a purpose behind it. So shouts out to the school for organizing it. So, yep. With it still being Thanksgiving, though, I want to tell y'all niggas I learned some shit.
What you learned?
I learned. Oh yeah. So shouts out to Hootem and Grace. They had me over for Thanksgiving. It was such a beautiful meal. Grace goddamn hooked us up real good. I ain't got no jokes. But you know, last week we talked about.
He set me up for it.
Now look. No, check this out now. My boy just said he's still eating off his leftovers, right?
Yeah.
And remember last week he said that he's gonna give his leftovers to the homeless, right? So look now, I go over Hooter House, right? They got seafood pasta, they got shrimp, they got lobster, they got oysters.
Yeah, it's not lobster.
They got oysters, they got all the extravagant shit.
No lobster.
And I say, dude, oh shit, it's live, man. We gonna take this to the homeless tomorrow. Nigga said, fuck that. Them niggas ain't finna get my shrimp. I said, hold on, man.
Give some turkey, my nigga. I said, give some turkey and some dressing.
We was oohing and ahhing. We had respect to my man last week, talking about he gonna give it to the homeless.
Damn, the homeless can have the good shit.
Hell, that's exactly what he said.
I'm gonna eat that, cuz. I'm still gonna eat that. It's all good.
Hold up, fuck that. That's exactly what he said. I said, who?
Oh man.
I said, who there? They can't get oysters. Fuck that shit. You know that's the shit now.
Fuck that shit.
That nigga said, fuck that shit. They ain't finna get my good shit. I'm like, damn, that nigga so
Nah, man, you're not gonna give them your new Jordans. You know what I'm saying? You can get the ones I had last year.
The ones you been hooping in for
you can
6
get
months.
the new Jordans.
If my man's still eating off the leftovers 5 days later and they can't get the new shit, what the fuck gonna be left?
It's 2 days, man. It's still a whole turkey in that bitch. It's still some
That
macaroni.
nigga motivated the people only for me to find out. It's just like when you find out Santa Claus ain't real. I thought Hooter was doing a good deed.
It's not as much left because you came over there and crushed. You know what I'm saying? So you ate that portion, nigga. It's your fault, technically.
Nah, don't try to blame me.
Joe, your in-laws cook?
Yeah, my folks actually came up here from Mobile. They came up here like Tuesday. Stayed to yesterday. And they came up here. We went to the country, Childersburg, and had a feast.
Childersburg.
Yeah.
Man.
It's about 32 cows. They got a lake, big ass, four-wheelers.
They rich, huh?
The shit called their last name.
I've been supposed to come to Childersburg for like the last 7 years and I still ain't been there yet. I want that noted. Ain't nobody done brought me down there yet.
Mm-hmm. Hey man, you said you was going to Hooter House.
You couldn't invite me though, bro.
I have been meaning to invite you, but like, goddamn, I already brought 3 extra damn people. So they
know me down there, man. I'm respected and connected down there.
I don't know why they like
32 cows. I'm sure they had enough.
Yeah. What you did, Todd?
We went to Montgomery, man. We went to see Alabama State. They played Mississippi Valley State for the annual Turkey Day.
In football?
Yeah, in football.
Okay.
Played Thanksgiving Day. They won, and we had a good time, but then we came back Thanksgiving night, and I was looking for the food. Only had pastries left.
Miss Deborah.
Miss Deborah. Shout out Miss Deborah.
But that boy posted Miss Deborah cake by 52 times.
Y'all should stop by the house on your way back. It's on the way back.
No, we didn't know if y'all were there or not. And from what I seen, you was like at Dave and Buster's or some shit. Y'all were having games.
Oh yeah, my man was
Wednesday.
on his feet.
Oh boy, my boy had
I
didn't realize who the kids was, guys. My nigga was over that bitch having he was sweating and shit.
All that nigga post was just him.
Yeah, he pushed his daughter out the way and shit, trying to get out. Like, damn, my boy really competitive.
You gotta teach him competition.
I'm telling you, you were in the
competition. You
was in that spirit, my nigga, because he was goddamn killing their ass on the motorcycle game.
I beat my kids. I'm sorry.
I learned something else too about my boy live a whole different kind of life. I don't think y'all understand this. Let me see. I pulled up, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking I'm finna go in. We finna get ready to start drinking Woodford and shoot the shit. Man, them nigga met me at the door. They had on their little, Grace had on her little earmuffs and shit.
Earmuffs?
Earmuffs. Huda had on his little sweatshirt and stuff. I'm like, where y'all going? They had the little dog on a leash. I'm like, where y'all going? Oh, we're going on a nature walk.
You gotta walk the dog, man.
No, they call it a nature walk.
Don't listen to that nigga. You know he gonna throw some sauce on it. They know a nature walk.
That nigga said
that shit ain't even in my vocabulary.
Nature walk. Nigga, where you going in this suburban ass neighborhood?
Exactly. We ain't even got no nature.
Hey, look, I had told Jessica, the nigga gonna say, she was like, shit, what are woods and stuff? Exactly. Nigga, that ain't no damn nature walk.
Hell no, we walked around the block
like a motherfucker everywhere.
Houses and shit.
Well, I walk on their grass.
But they were gone a long time. I don't know where they went.
It's a big ass block, cuz.
I see it.
It's about a mile. About a mile. We walked about a mile.
Hey, I don't like Barry has said some shit, and I ain't, but
what was it,
I don't think there's nothing wrong with posting your plate. I think everybody does it, but who gives a fuck?
I think it's to a point, like what we said with them
Like beating the dead horse, man.
If it's something different,
people done wore it out now. Like,
Right.
But when I posted mine, I was posted like how big my plate was.
That's why you're really mad because you posted your plate.
And I thought,
you want to justify it.
Yeah, you the only one posted your plate, and now you get it.
I
Okay.
thought shots was fine.
Get that nigga
But
back.
like, you know what I'm saying? But I was saying like how much y'all finna eat.
Now don't try to roll past that shit.
You should have put it in
fine
the
shot?
should have put it in the group message. Bear.
Hey man, we ain't
said
gotta
it.
go
He
into
said
that. Yeah,
said Bear,
but it was
said it.
Bear. But we ain't gotta go into all that.
I didn't see that post, Joe.
I ain't see it either.
I missed.
I put it on the story.
That
I
mean
think I put it on
Baron
Snapchat
was
story.
bored and he was over there on Instagram.
Yeah, because soon as I hit submit, you're like, all these niggas posting the same shit like they food different.
Damn, Bear.
I didn't even see that shit either.
I saw
Line it up.
I saw he put it in there, but I ain't know you
My
had
nigga five
I
shots.
had just posted 5 minutes before that.
I ain't know that. I saw him
shots
say
at
that.
his home, buddy.
Hey man,
bro.
nigga, hey, it be your own people.
Why you say nothing though?
Hey man, you know how it be, yeah. You know, so we ain't even go there. But shouts out to Bear. He was doing work on Mobile, looking.
Yeah, he gonna go plat. That picture gonna go platinum.
Oh yeah,
That's
shit
a
ain't going
platinum
nowhere.
picture.
He didn't
But look,
platinum.
somebody was scrolling on live. You know, LaFleur was having their little alumni, and I seen that shit. I said, "Oh yeah, let me get this material." But look, I had to wait a couple minutes because the girl wasn't paying back over him, so I had to wait. Soon as my boy came in, I was.
That's why I was gonna ask, like, where did it come from?
That nigga that be.
I mean, not like that.
I got some more. I'm gonna release them at the proper time. But yeah, shouts out to Thanksgiving, man. We had a good time, as you can tell. We, enjoyed family, friends, man. It's good, man. I get enjoyment off of seeing other people's snaps and everybody, with their family and friends, and it just help you reflect on, what you thankful for.
Right.
But in Birmingham, man, and I hate to go here coming off of such a great upbeat intro. But right here, man, in our own city, we talk about things like this kind of every week, and it's touched home. We saw that a man was killed by police officers in the Galleria. That's a mall here in Birmingham, Alabama. A very big mall, biggest mall pretty much in the state. Very active. It was Thursday night.
Seems to be a safer area. You
Thursday
would have
night,
thought
Friday
you were
morning.
safe.
A safe
Suburbs, yeah.
And it was an alleged altercation between two individuals, which led to gunfire. Police responded. And after police responded, we saw that an officer shot and killed 21-year-old Amenick Fitzgerald Bradford Jr. of Hewitttown. There's a lot of different information swirling around. And not only was the 21-year-old shot, there was an 18-year-old shot, as well as a 12-year-old girl who was shot. There's so much different information. There's so much different things swirling around that right now we can't really even expound or dive deep into it. But just on a face level, until we get more details, I know y'all all seen this story, but what's y'all angle or what's y'all take on it? And we definitely want to say, our thoughts, condolences, and prayers go out to that family who's dealing with that. We talked about spending time with our family on Thanksgiving, and here this tragic event affected a lot of people right here in our own city. So,
thoughts and prayers definitely, because at the end of the day, we don't know what happened, and somebody lost their life. Somebody's gonna remember Thanksgiving as being the day that their loved one died. We don't have too much information right now, or the information we do have isn't confirmed. As of right now, today, it seems like it might have been some misjudgment or foul play by the police, but that hasn't been confirmed yet. So I'm just going to hold off with like my true opinion until more come about.
Yeah. And like I said, I don't even want to put that energy out there. And definitely on this platform, on our podcast, like if we don't have the information, I don't want to just to be the first person bringing it to you. I don't want to give you the wrong information, but definitely a sad situation. Thoughts and prayers go out to the family of the deceased gentleman. It's just another, unfortunate event that took place right here on our noses, I think.
Yeah, man, and I think that's a pretty horrible situation. Sorry to see things like that happen on a day of giving thanks. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
people out here giving thanks, and young man loses his life. So yes, I'm going to hold back my judgment because we've all learned. Sometimes you got to let stuff play out. You ain't always got to be first and all that. Because when I woke up the next morning, the first text message I saw, 8 people shot, 7 more injured. You know, so. Yeah. Be careful how quick you jump the gun, especially on things like this, man. You don't know what's happening. You put people's names out there, making them look bad. So, man, reserve your judgment until a later date till you have more facts, and then speak about it.
All right. Yeah. So, moving on into other news, we saw that Adrian Peterson, the running back for the Washington Redskins. Adrian Peterson is a notable Hall of Fame, I'm sure, worthy running back of the Washington Redskins, says that he still disciplines his children and he's still using a switch despite nearly going to jail for striking his infant son, who was 4 years old at the time. Do y'all remember this story? I know y'all remember this story because I just know everybody at this table, but Adrian Peterson basically came out. He, in his own words, came out and said that he's basically still disciplining his son, and he's still using the switch, the same thing that he got in trouble for, which cost him a whole year of his career. He was, you know, the child's mother was concerned. The child came home with, you know, whelps. She called the police. They investigated, and as a result, he was suspended from the NFL for a year. Lost a year of pay, lost a year of salary, lost a year off his career. Because of that, and now he's still saying that he's disciplined.
I think
we talk about discipline a lot about our kids. We talk about the lack of discipline. What do y'all think? I mean, we don't have to stay here long, but just merely do y'all what y'all take on that?
It's within your right to do so, but I really think you're a dummy for the simple fact that you're doing the same. I understand you got to discipline and do what you have to do with your kids because it's your kids. But when you've lost a year of your career, a year of your salary, you went to court and things of these nature for whipping your same son before. Like, I get if you're going to do it, but why are you going to sit here and talk about it? Right. Like, that makes you dumb. Like, that's none of your business. I do what I do with my kids. You do what you do with yours. I don't want to answer that question.
And that's what,
you don't even have to answer. Just don't be stupid.
And that's my thing, I feel like. If you discipline your kids, that's fine. Like like you said, you're in your right to do so. As long as you're not like,
don't be crazy.
We said that there's a difference between discipline and abuse.
Right.
Don't abuse the kids. If you need a discipline or you feel like you need to, do what you need to do, whether that's timeout, whether that's a spanking, whooping, whatever you call it, do what you feel like you need. But just make sure that you understand that, like, hey, don't cross that threshold or that line.
And I think he said he got a switch too. I still go get a switch, like.
But more so than anything, just why are you even talking about it?
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only thing that I don't understand about today's time. Like, you know what I'm saying?
To TMZ.
Yeah, like some people just sit there and they'll tell everything. Like some stuff they won't know if you don't even say anything. Right. It's okay not to say anything on every fucking issue. Even if they ask you, hey, Adrian, you still disciplining your kids? Man, we have ways that we deal with it. I mean, it is what it is.
Details about it.
Yeah, just don't go into detail.
But it's just like you say, man.
Yeah, like you said, just deflect. But no kids myself, but as a child that was beat often.
Rightfully so.
I don't see nothing wrong with it in that time, but 2018, I think is maybe better ways. And I don't really think y'all like beat y'all kids.
I don't, but I don't think it's bad if you do it the right way.
If you do it, but a switch.
And I don't do it because I have girls.
And then coming from him, maybe it's a little different because like my dad never hit me because he was scared he was going to hurt me. But don't talk about it. What's going in your house should stay in your house. And that's just, you just being an idiot.
Well, it's like you said, though, Stock. The times are different. I can remember, coming up and like, it's just a sensitive thing. Like, it doesn't even matter if you had to be talked about. Parents, old school parents, my parents, I should say, it was definitely a situation. If you said, hey, I'm going to call the police if you whoop me. Okay, I'm going to whoop your ass.
Ain't never
you going to get this ass before you leave. And then when they come and get you,
I'm going to whoop your ass in front of them.
I'm going to whoop your ass in front of them.
Right.
And they didn't care nothing about it.
They don't care nothing about that.
I don't think my mama would have said that many words.
No.
I wouldn't even try to
think about this. if you go in that system, man, you're going to have a rough life.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get passed around. Like, you're going to go to group homes and shit. Nigga, you got the best life here if your parents care anything about you.
Right. I like this Thanksgiving
I'm going
dinner,
to beat your ass before they get here, and I'm going to beat your ass again when they get here.
When they get here,
just a reminder.
I'm gonna tell them why.
I'm going to tell them why I beat your ass.
And back then, the police probably been, oh, I get it. Okay.
Right. And the moral of the story, I mean, if you're going to do it. Discipline, not beat.
Yeah. Don't go crazy.
Do what you need to do.
You're right.
But
Okay.
stop talking about all the shit that you do.
Yeah.
I
I was just going to say, rephrase that. Instead of beating my ass, my mama whooped my ass.
My mama beat my ass.
We heard about the pool sticks.
Mama
We
crazy.
good. We got it. Moving on into other news. We saw that this is a little bit of a different story, but we saw that a isolated tribe. A tribe. Yes, you hearing me correct. They killed an American with a bow and arrow in a remote Indian island. John Allen Chu seemed to, he pretty much knew what he was getting himself into when he visited a remote island right off the coast of India. The government in India has refused and banned people from going to this particular island because these people are so removed from normal society. They thrive. They live on their own. They don't rely on any outside anything. They don't have TVs, none of the normal stuff that you see there. The fishermen in the local community basically told him, like, look, this ain't a place to go. These people mean business. Please don't go there. My man visited the island, decided that he was going to bring them Cokes, and bring them different mainstream items of football, things that you would see here and try to teach them. Upon arriving on the island, they shot him with bow and arrows.
Mm-hmm.
Got him out of there.
Pierced him.
Did y'all read this story, man? And if so, what's y'all thoughts?
I read it, and as the quote unquote racist of the podcast, I'm gonna say, hey, no matter what color you are, hey dear, whatever color you are, people, everybody's life isn't yours. They don't want to be like you.
They don't want them football.
Yes, they was happy over there living their life, and you come your whatever color you are. I'm not naming a color, so I won't be racist.
That's right.
They don't want that. And you come your whatever color privilege over there. That's some colored privilege thing or lack of color. White folks.
And to be fair, it's been said.
I'm just gonna say it.
And just to give more context, it's always been said, and this is why the Indian government is banning people from going to this island. Yeah. Those people are just simply trying to protect their island. They don't know.
Right.
They think that you're foreign or that you're trying to. It's just like if I walk into somebody's house uninvited or I don't know who you are, you're going to defend and protect. And that's why they ban people from that island.
All I gotta say is Ace Ventura's so crazy. That nigga thought he was on When Nature Calls for real though. Come on, Ace Ventura. But hey, it say he had been there a couple times, so he had visited him multiple times. They arrested the boatman who brought him over there because for some fact he knows he's doing that illegally, so he's just trying to make money. But man, stay away from stuff like that. It's remote and it's that way for a reason, not for you to come and change it. Yeah. Let them people live their life.
Leave them folks alone. They having a happy life.
Stop. You can't gentrify everything, man. Stop trying.
And not only that, those people aren't exposed to I know you're trying to help, but you also can be hurting because those people aren't exposed to
your germs, your disease.
And things that so you could be doing a lot of harm. And
they don't have the antibiotics that you get, the shot. So yeah, you could literally be killing them.
And some, just stay from over there.
Yeah.
We saw that in Dallas, Texas. A tragic story turned into a great story. Residents jumped from a burning Dallas building down in Dallas, Texas on November the 21st. Several people were forced to jump out of their third floor apartments when a fire broke out. The heroic part about this story was like all the residents came together. And the main ones was about 5 black men, young black men who ran to aid their neighbors. They pulled mattresses out of other apartments in order to help people jump out and have safe landings. One lady, it was reported, threw her baby out the window for one of the guys to catch him. The building was burning. She had no way out. She was hanging out of the window, and the man told her, go ahead, drop him. I'm going to catch him. She dropped the baby out. The man caught her. And the good thing about this story was nobody was hurt, nobody was harmed. It was damage to the building, but when you look at the videos in the stores, there was only one way out, and that was out those third floor windows. Right. So we want to give a salute to those gentlemen, because I mean, sometimes in situations where danger is upon us, whether it's fires or stuff like that, it's hard to say you'll be heroic. Right. It's hard to say that you'll that you're going at the drop of a dime jump in and go save other people's life into a burning building. But in this instance, we always see bad news about black men, but these men stepped up to the plate and made sure that they protected their community and helped people out. Did y'all see this?
Right. Yeah, I got a chance to see it. I think. Don't take away from heroics. They say mattresses. I saw one mattress. That makes them even more heroic to me, because I saw on the pictures and the videos, they show one mattress out there. So you give all these people one mattress and they're going to save lives. You know what I'm saying? So, and at a time like this, that's another thing, man. Be thankful. Be thankful, because one thing about this, nobody in this situation died. You know what I'm saying? So everybody be thankful for everything and, you know, congratulate these people who did this wondrous things. Yeah, in Texas.
Shouts out to my fellow. But did you see my boy when he his interview?
Shit, I just told her to let him go. I'm gonna catch him.
And I caught him real good. I caught him real good. Hey, my boy, I ain't gonna lie, my boy look like he had been smoking that good thing. You know how you be high and she be like, man, is that on fire?
And one of the pictures, one of the niggas got something in his hand that's smokable, but I don't know.
My man said he ran on that thing. He said, hey, just drop him. He was like, I curled the baby up. I caught him real good. Real good.
he was every bit of 22, sounded like he was 58.
But shouts out to them boys, man, for, you know, stepping in. You need more stores like this. You know, I hate that those people, you know, had to lose their stuff, especially right there before Thanksgiving. But just so grateful that no lives were lost in that situation as a result of what it was that these people did. Because if they didn't know to jump or didn't think that they was comfortable enough jumping, who knows what would have happened.
Right.
And that's a bad thing. You see that a lot. It seems like you see that a lot, like around holidays, like Thanksgiving and Christmas, like house fires and apartment fires.
Yeah, it's colder, heaters.
I was looking at something else, and Jeezy actually
it's just so much fire stuff going on
with the whole family.
Shouts
what Jeezy
did. They lost all their stuff in a house fire, and Jeezy paid
for the whole
gave
meal,
a whole bunch of money, paid for all their Thanksgiving dinner and stuff. So yeah, shouts out to Jeezy for that.
Yeah, shout out Jeezy, man.
Be thankful, man.
In entertainment news, we saw that The Lion King is due to come out in 2019. I don't know if everybody got a chance to see it, but the first teaser trailer was released for the new film, The Lion King. It's set to come out next summer. The film has a lot of huge names, including Beyonce is one, Donald Glover is another one, Seth Rogen is somebody. In the trailer, you see a lot of familiar moments that you remember from the old Lion King. But if y'all seen the way that they do it now in 2018, 2019, it looks so clear and so crisp, and like you can just see how much technology has revolutionized things. Did y'all see that trailer? And it's so y'all, man, hey,
I'm going to
be real. Y'all going to see Lion King?
I'm going to see that shit the first day it come out, son.
I would be there with my bucket of popcorn.
I'm trying to tell you, but I'm in that bitch night one. Probably the midnight show. I'm telling you.
Y'all ever saw any movies of that nature with that kind of animation?
No, shit, what I seen.
Yeah, I'd never seen no animation.
The Jungle Book was
I didn't see the Jungle Book.
Oh, yeah, I went, me and Jordan went and saw the Jungle Book, and it was kind of animated and stuff pretty good.
Like that real.
Jungle Book, Incredibles was good.
He's talking about.
But I'm saying the look of it. Like the look of it. That shit damn near real.
Okay.
But Jungle Book had a lot of them.
I wonder if Timon and Pumbaa gonna be on that thing.
How you gonna not add them in there?
Timon and Pumbaa, nigga.
I can't wait to go. Jordan, you ready?
Jafar.
And let me tell you something.
I ain't even got to take no kids with me.
Don't you try to bring your goddamn 3- and 4-year-olds in there. This ain't for them, okay? This is for people who have seen that shit that are adults now, okay?
Taking this to heart.
Right. For real, man.
So you're not bringing Taylor?
When they go hollering and screaming, I'm going to
say he going at midnight.
You're not bringing Taylor?
Yeah, no, he leaving her.
Okay, I feel you.
She can't go.
Then I get your rude, then I get it.
But that's a good movie that they can enjoy.
That's a kid.
But you know what? I think it's cool that little kids can have like cartoons and movies that we grew up on and come back and be like, because sometimes I look at these cartoons today, I don't understand how they be entertained by them.
Right, I'm about to say, I think Todd hating because they version better than our version. This version right here, I don't know. As far as the look of it, I'll say as far as
the look.
It's the same shit. It's just created this.
Think about some of them. Man, we had cartoons, boy, that didn't say a word. and you were laughing like a motherfucker. Like it didn't say.
Oh,
think about them old
Roll Runner.
Me.
Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Think about that shit back then. Bugs,
chasing
like
each
some of them niggas didn't say a word, boy, and you would laugh like a motherfucker.
Bugs talk.
Tom and Jerry didn't talk.
What up, Doc?
Tom and Jerry did not.
Yeah, no, they didn't.
And you still a laughing.
I ain't never thought about.
You got to be pretty
I
creative.
never thought
I'm sitting here thinking like they didn't
Tom
talk.
and Jerry
Right?
ain't say
They didn't have
nothing,
no
boy.
word. They just did action, and you gonna laugh the whole time.
That shit was nothing but aggression though. Somebody was getting slapped a bit, shot.
But
Our
Roll
cartoon
Runner-
was way better than
The
that
Roll
shit.
Runner show only been like one episode. That nigga got killed like 32 times in like 22 minutes.
The Road Runner or the
Yeah.
Coyote?
The coyote, you talking about?
The coyote.
Yeah,
That's the
the
same.
coyote
The
all the way
was
down
chasing
trying to
Roll
kill Roll
Runner.
Runner. He couldn't
The
catch
Road Runner with
him.
that nigga. Meet. He out of there. Meet.
Yeah, he'll get out of them. But yeah,
one
man.
job.
Shouts out to the Lion King coming back, man. I think that's gonna be dope. I know they gonna get a big old bag.
Big numbers.
Oh yeah, they gonna put a big.
One thing I did want to see the play. If you ever get a chance to see the play, take your kids if you got kids.
Like on
go.
stage and stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Look at who to say.
Like in
I
the
know
suit.
how
This
you.
nigga-
I know how you anti-cultural everything, but
No, I'm
it's
on culture.
amazing. I promise you.
Staying in entertainment news, we saw that Snoop Dogg finally got his star on Hollywood.
Shout out.
And my boy gave shouts out to himself.
Goddamn self. That's the
But
best
yeah,
part of it.
it's been long overdue, man. My man Snoop been putting in work for years, man. From Doggy Style, I think he came out like 92 or 93. Definitely a dope album. To all the work that Snoop Dogg put in the entertainment community, movies, and now, you know, he the big OG that always, you know, give good game on the internet, making sure he talking to up and coming people. He got the football league that he started out in Long Beach, that you know helped numerous of athletes that we see today playing on the NFL or playing in college football because of Snoop League. So finally he got his Walk of Fame started down there in Hollywood. So we want to give a big shout out to Snoop Dogg on that one. Y'all saw Snoop, man. Give a shout out to yourself.
Shout out Snoop, man. The best part of that shit, man, is him thanking himself, man. Because most importantly, goddamn, if you don't believe in yourself, ain't nobody else gonna do it.
That's true.
And we can tell by who he was at a young age. He believed in himself, just from movies and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
And
he
just
came in
listen to that Doggy Style, man. My man was 19
was grown.
on that thing.
He
Yeah,
was a grown ass rapper at 19.
Yeah.
You know, like from the hood. Like, so it's hard for a nigga to even have that kind of vocabulary at the age of 19 to make songs the way he did. So shouts out to Snoop. Shouts out to you giving shouts out to yourself.
Right.
That's the best part of it, nigga. You know what I'm saying? What I took from it is nigga believe in yourself. Simple as that.
Right.
So
He long overdue too, man. That shit long overdue.
Joe so stupid.
Like Snoop a pioneer, man. Like
But-
it's from the movie. Like every age group knows him.
It is long overdue, and like, you know, like everybody knows who Snoop Doggy Dogg is, but it's just weird. Like if you look up the people that you think that would have got a star that don't have a star, like I don't think
Like
like
who?
Whitney Houston has a star.
yeah, you said, and I thought that was kind of crazy.
She don't.
That's
That's what he said.
And,
If that is, that's
But you know, at the same time, I get it goes to celebrities and things, but I don't know the criteria, so I can't really talk on it as to who have and who don't because I don't know what they look at or what they use. I guess that's some that might could be homework for the week. We figure out like how do you get it or what do you have to do or what they look
It's
at to
all
get the
based-
stars.
Kevin Hart just got a star like in the past couple of months. I mean, like he's done enough.
Right, and so
But like when
it's
you
pretty
go to
quick.
LA and look at the names, you're like, I've never heard because it
And it-
goes for the whole street.
and
It's
that
like
go.
everywhere.
I guess that go to my point too. Like Kevin Hart got a star before Snoop. Snoop been putting in work way longer
Yeah,
than Kevin
right,
Hart, so
right.
that's what I'm saying. I wonder what the criteria is.
Right.
Anywho, man, we saw that we've been talking about him multiple times in the news. We've seen him in entertainment. You know, some have been getting a kick out of his entertainment. We've talked amongst each other that we thought that it was on a collision path to nowhere. It was on a path to nowhere. We figured that the things that we're seeing now and what we're about to report about was coming. We're older. We've lived life a lot. We've seen life a lot. We know the energy that you put out in life, how it works, how it come back. But we saw my man, Tekashi, 6'9". He was busted by the feds and charged for racketeering, basically facing life in prison. Legal documents was obtained that detail some of the charges for Tekashi. And basically he got hit with RICO charges. For those who may not know what that is, those are organized crime charges. Basically saying that, from robberies, from alleged murders, from different things.
Racketeer and Rico the same thing?
Yeah, they all in the same.
They all in
The same-
the brother.
like-
It's not the same.
Like they created that to take down the mob. Like the boss, you know, the
They created
crime
for
boss
organized
might
crime.
not have shot somebody,
Mhm.
but he ordered somebody.
And if I'm not
that
mistaken,
was the way to get to. That was the way to take down.
I was just trying to see if
Crime
it's the
bosses.
exact same thing, just a different name for it.
All right.
yeah, I think when
It's all
if,
under
and
the
if
same
I'm, I was
umbrella.
about to say if Rico is the short racketeer,
the
that, like all that's in there. You know, racketeer was that old shit they used to say in the Lucky Johnson days and shit like that. But
Is it Lucky?
yeah, you know what I mean. But
Bumpy.
we saw that my
Bumpy.
man.
That's
Is
his
it
name.
Lucky?
That's a very
I was thinking
underrated.
Nucky Thompson.
Oh,
Well,
Nucky. Yeah.
From Boardwalk Empire.
That was a hell of a...
Oh,
That was a good show.
That was
That
a
was-
great.
That was a great show.
We're gonna have to have a top 5 HBO episode.
The Wire, and some more Wire.
Nah, it's some shit
No.
going at the
Corner.
Wire because the Wire ain't over
I
Sopranos.
ain't never was a corner person, though.
You never watch the corner?
The corner was
I did,
live.
but not
I've
like
never
The
watched
Wire.
The corner. What
Y'all was probably
I
too
think
another
y'all
hood.
telling me
It's
something
another
new.
hood. Like, it's something like The Wire. Just
the Wire basically to me
It's
took
the corner.
the corner.
It's, yeah, right.
The corner was
It was in
before the
Baltimore.
Wire. It was in Baltimore. It was
Yeah.
the same setup.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think the Wire basically just took
It's
that and went
expanded
out
on it,
there.
yeah.
You got to remember they had Oz.
Mm-hmm.
Oz
Out
was-
of BC.
Sopranos
I
is
never
number
finished.
one.
Sopranos is
over.
number one.
Yeah, it's over the Wire, but
Boardwalk.
I never really finished Sopranos. I probably need to. But I never finished. It's that shit.
Depends on where you stop. Like anything, the last episode, the last season, maybe.
I watched
may
it for
not
a
be
good
the
little
best.
bit, but then like the last few I kind of fell off.
I don't think I finished Oz, but I got a good grasp of it.
Out of BC. I think it was a weirdo.
That nigga was yeah. But,
I already know what you're talking about.
right.
don't add another thing to your list.
Nope, I will not. Y'all might kill me for this, but Sex and the City was great and amazing.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill you for it.
Okay, it was great. It was. I said it was live as fuck.
You like my wife. She watched that shit every time it come on.
I was watching football or so when that shit came on.
Okay, y'all be hard and shit.
No, it ain't being hard. I just never had the desire to watch Sex and the City.
But
I ain't trying to be funny.
it was just great television.
I ain't gonna even hold you up.
Boardwalk Empire was dope. Damn, about to use my shit on me.
I ain't gonna hold you.
I ain't gonna hold you up.
What else?
Well, what else? I like Tremaine.
Hey, man.
We
Fuck
were
Tremaine.
talking about
Tremaine ended too soon.
It did. They cut it.
They
but it
said that
good.
shit it wasn't getting the ratings, so they
Right.
got it out of there.
Right.
But anywho, man, y'all niggas got all off what we were talking about. We
Yeah.
were talking about Tekashi, man. That's a whole nother episode.
Right.
I forgot. The weekly topic. We'll come back to shows next week. I think. But they also said,
I'm
Damn sure.
tired of
Remember
talking about
damn
this
sure remember
color
that's the
hair nigga.
next week weekly show.
Weekly topic.
TV show.
Yeah.
Weekly topic.
TV
Next
show
week.
we go.
in general. Go.
yeah. So anywho, they said they also, it was reported allegedly that Tekashi was transferred to a new facility, which is used, they say, to house the people who cut deals with the feds. Given what we saw from Tekashi, his demeanor, his entertainment, his music, the way he carried himself, what do y'all think about all of this as a whole?
I think the nigga is just. I think the.
My brother got thick notes ready for this one.
That nigga thought that.
No.
You been thinking, you been thoughting a lot.
Because y'all niggas went on a whole tangent about Sex in the City and all that shit. We got off that shit so far from the topic.
Watch more TV, nigga. Go ahead.
I don't have time for that shit. But regardless, I think that whole Tekashi shit that's going on, man, they trying to save the little nigga life, man. I honestly think they're trying to save his life.
Who is they?
The feds, goddamn, because the niggas clearly said he didn't want to be a part of none of the shit that they were doing.
I don't think they care
Like,
about
the
his
niggas-
life, me personally. I
Yeah.
just think they want something better that fits their narrative, their story, more facts. They want what's best for them, always.
It was other narratives out there that were like, maybe the feds come around or bad shit happen to you when you trying to turn around.
No.
I don't know if that's true or not, but
Maybe, but I ain't gonna say that's what this was.
yeah. But we knew this was gonna end one or two ways. But not one or two ways. We just thought he was gonna end up being killed. Keep it a buck.
I just thought it wasn't gonna work out somehow.
But
Doing all that.
I just thought it was too much.
I don't
going
know what
on.
it was gonna
I thought
be.
it was just too much energy.
you
But
really can't play with niggas like that. Something's gonna happen.
Mhm.
I just think more so than anything, we do see sometimes if you want to quote movies or just real life situations, it do happen like that. I think Can't Get Right just said it. Well, like you do try to change your life or try to change what you're doing, and in the process of changing, it's too late. You know what I'm saying? You get hit.
You done did too much
You
already.
done did too much. You can't change from it. It's hard sometimes. And I do think that there's, this story is just like every other. It's always evolving. It's always changing. But I don't find it hard to believe the story or the narrative out there where my man was making a lot of money and found out that management teams and CEOs
That's the music business.
was robbing. Yeah, we see that all the time over and over again with the music. And people say, oh, he dumb and he didn't know. Like, it's easy in music. I think, actually, to be honest, Tekashi ain't been around that long. For him to have found out this fast, that was pretty good.
Right, pretty good.
To find some
That shit
people
be going on for years.
Yeah,
Like,
some people go on
whole career.
10
To the
years.
next
Like,
deal.
we still see, like, touching on Wayne, what Wayne was fighting about money and stuff. Like, that's the music business, like Huda said. You know what I mean? So I do think that it's something to be said that Tekashi was able to find out that money wasn't adding up in different places. Being so young, man, it's so easy to hide all of that money and the millions of dollars that's being made.
I ain't hear what all he said. He figured that out, or what all happened with that?
He basically figured out that A wasn't adding up. Like 1 and 1 wasn't adding up to 2.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a lot of cuts being made. It was a lot of different hands in the jar for you.
No, on that Breakfast Club interview, he was like, "Oh, I thought I got paid $360,000." When they was like, "Nah, nigga, we signed the shit for like $36 million." It was like,
No, it was 3 point.
no, I'm saying 3.6. I'm sorry, but still, that's still 10%.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, it's still a huge
Nigga getting
difference.
10% of his own money.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean,
That's crazy.
it's unfortunate, man, because we know how hard, man, in entertainment, man, in the entertainment world, it's so hard to make it and be relevant and get people to listen to you and be heard. And he was at a point, whether you know his songs or his music or not, whether you like it or not, he finally got to a point where he had a big following, a lot of audience, and all the stuff that he put out there kind of caught up with him. So, like we say, when you're a man, you got to stand on 10 of them.
And we've been saying that for weeks on weeks
Yeah.
since we first talked
and
about
I-
stop putting that in the
And I'm not talking about him now. I'm just talking
Anybody.
about street stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I've never understood, and I've said this for a long time, man. Like, I'm not talking about nobody in particular, but I've never understood the notion of if all of us started to sell dope together, you know what I'm saying, and we all get caught, you got to take what come with that.
Right.
Like, I can't understand. I never understood, like, and again, it ain't got to be about being hard or none of that shit. We all doing the same thing. So if I get caught, I'm not finna turn around and say, all them niggas were doing it too. Nah, you got to take your lick how it come to you.
Because you was an active participant. So
Yeah, you participated in it.
For the time being, I guess.
now you be like, "Hey man, I ain't with that shit." Like, go on with that, and then you get arrested. I ain't got no problem with, like, "Hey man, that wasn't me." But if you're an active participant in it, you just gotta take it.
And
how
not
it
to
is.
even defend or take away from it, but we do see a lot of times, like with those RICO charges and things like that, like you said, was set up to get big, real organized crime in America back in the 30s and the 40s and the 50s and all that 60s stuff when they was trying to take down mob stuff. We do see that has translated and come over to with conspiracy. It's come over and it's affected a lot of people from our community. I know, you can know local dope boys who got caught up in conspiracy and RICO charges and things like that. And I think sometimes it can be a case where, people are associated with it. You may not even be doing that shit, but you associated with that crew, and they gonna get your ass in there if they want you. And we know if they want you, they gonna build a case around
Right.
it. So, you know what I'm saying? And especially if you look at those conspiracy charges, sometimes they ain't even caught you. It could be somebody saying, he did. I know it. I got it from him. And they never did.
Right.
But
They
that's
got no
enough to
proof.
get you caught up in those conspiracy charges. So.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, because 3 of us is from Mobile, but like our most known person, it was conspiracy. That, like, you don't have to get caught up on anything. It's just like, all right, so I got these lower people doing something, and you know what I'm saying, they said that you might have done something, and they get you on conspiracy charges. So it's just a way to get people, like, the feds know what you're doing, but can they prove it?
Right, and I know a few of them too who fell into that situation. Best advice I could give, man, is just stay away from it. That's the most you can do, is stay away from it, man. We'll get more details on this, see what happened. Right now, it's he did this, he did that. We're gonna see how it all turns out.
Right. And the
We
way
hate
his
to
lawyer
sound
was
we hate to sound redundant, but we've learned in this world you got to wait for the
Yeah, because it changed so quick.
Facts.
So we'll see what happens. We'll go from there, man.
Right.
We saw my man Pusha T.
Push.
My man did a show down in Toronto.
Drake hating on
and,
my man.
and it turned into the fans in Toronto. It didn't really go as planned. We saw that they started throwing drinks and bottles and beer and stuff on the stage at Pusha T. We know that Toronto is, Drake's hometown. Drake and Pusha T have had beef. We saw in recent weeks where Pusha T had a sign up on his stage that said "fuck Drake," which Pusha T came out and said that he didn't authorize it. He didn't know about it. Somebody was just trying to get a little fame, which we know.
What happened to that guy?
We know in today's times that people will do shit like that to get some notoriety. But when my man got to his show in Toronto, they didn't receive him well. They started throwing things on the stage. Did y'all have a chance to see that? And if so, what y'all think?
That nigga was dodging some shit. Like they had a big fireman hose pipe out there. They say it was beer, man, but that looked like a whole lot more than beer. There was a couple.
I seen a report that it was like paint.
I heard that too, but I don't know. He said it was beer. He paid y'all niggas to throw beer.
Yeah.
The story
They
is
said it was beer. I ain't seen nothing about paint.
Right. I heard. I mean, Pusha T said on stage he paid niggas to throw beer, meaning talking about Drake, because the story is Drake bought 200 tickets to send his people to the concert or whatever. And so Pusha dodged all the beer. I don't think he had one drop on him, on the shoelaces or nothing. He finished his shit.
Man, on this one, I just feel like, man, Pusha,
But that nigga got stumped out. Whoever got stumped out, one of them niggas got stumped out.
Yeah, somebody came across the barricade, though, man.
Nigga got stumped out.
Why are you doing shows in Canada?
Why
in the
not?
midst of all that.
Why not? I'm sure Drake go to Virginia.
And it ain't no...
I bet he probably does, or it's probably a hell of a
he
security.
And because he gonna get a bag. Why not?
You don't think Pusha T... We saw Pusha T security got there when the nigga hopped over the barricade.
He stomped his face off.
I'm finna go get my bag. And then they beef wasn't no serious
fighting beef.
shooting.
Right.
I'm finna shoot you. Nigga, that's just hard.
But I just find it hard to believe that Pusha's demand in Canada is really that.
It looked like he was. You saw the show?
He didn't make
You see the crowd? You saw the crowd?
Yeah.
Because
And even
of
after
his
they threw
beef with
I don't care what.
But after...
Drake.
Nah,
Okay.
I think that's wrong. Cause even after they threw the bill and he started talking, they started cheering. So I feel like whoever that was
That was his
threw it,
fans.
whoever threw it, they fucked it up. But his fans was there to see him.
Yeah. There was too many niggas in there rooting still after.
Right. I
Yeah.
think you can like both. I like
Did you
both
watch,
of them
watch the
niggas.
video?
Yeah, but I mean, you could like both, but you could pick a side. And
Why would you pick a side?
Why? I
If
still
they
like
wanted
both.
to.
You picked the side?
no,
Why they got to?
I mean, well, I think one person won the beef, but I don't dislike the other one. I
So
still
that's the
like
same
both of them.
thing.
So they might feel the same way. They just want to go see a concert.
But I mean, maybe from that city, maybe I think different. I don't know.
If he came to Birmingham, would you go?
I was just thinking that, Todd.
I would.
Both of them, yes, I would go.
Right. So I mean,
But if he dissed a Mobile artist, maybe I wouldn't go. Like if Drake dissed
I can see what
Mr.
you-
Big
I can see what you're saying. Like,
and
I can
Mr.
see
You
what
know,
you're saying.
if Drake dissed Mr. Big and then Drake comes,
But the only, I get what you're saying. I don't mean to cut you off, but I just think that in this case, it's a little bit different simply because it wasn't like a shoot 'em up, bang, bang. Like it wasn't,
Yeah.
it was a lyrical beef, a lyrical battle. It looked like it was about to turn kind of like words. It was going to turn personal, but I don't think it was ever like a serious street type beef. So maybe that's why the fans felt like that.
I'm going to the shows.
I'm
Both
damn
of
sure going. But yeah, man, y'all niggas stop throwing beer on stage. That shit ain't doing nothing
And then
new about it.
Don't throw beer, then get stumped out. At least win a fight or something. God,
tell you.
You ain't finna win that fight, man.
Something
Hopping over that
goddamn.
stage. Them niggas gonna tell your ass.
What the fuck was he
straight.
thinking? He probably was thinking, everybody, let's go. Nigga turned back. He by his goddamn self getting stumped out.
We talked about this before. We saw that Instagram said on Monday that it will start removing inauthentic likes, followers, and comments from accounts that use third-party apps in a way to basically enhance their popularity. People who use the apps are going to start getting like warnings and things, letting them know that they're artificial. A lot of this has a lot to do with just cracking down on things that are not authentic, whether it's from the political landscape where we see like, a lot of the Russian fake news or a lot of those pages and things like that spread it. So some of that is for that. But then some of that is just, we see that corporations are using things like likes and stuff to help determine business stuff for people. So if people are using fake likes, it make it look like
Messing
they're
up the
bigger than what
business.
they are. You might be paying them for stuff that they use that they're not really, I I guess they're not valued at, what some of the likes are showing. Did y'all have a chance to see this story about Instagram and things like that cutting down on likes? And if so, what do y'all think about this story?
Who responds to those? Like, I'll post some pictures here and there, and it be this random white guy in Germany. Hey, nice work. Y'all ever responded to any of those?
Nah.
Like, who are you people who's responding to that dude in Germany that you never ever heard of?
And I think I know where you're going kind of with that. And I don't think that that's what this is more so about.
It is. It was mentioned with.
Wait, I mean, it's about those people, but I think it's about people who go out here and they have manufactured and paid for followers.
Right.
Like, if you this is just an example. On your own, you might have 900 followers, but you've paid for some followers and now you got 10,000.
Yeah.
And those people are those people, like you said, who liking your shit. So, like, you know what I mean? Me personally, I'm not paying. I don't give a fuck how famous or unfamous. I'm not paying for you to follow me and like my pictures. I don't give a shit.
I remember that. Remember when like the PC thing first started, getting out in the rabbit. Like, man, you gotta. I forgot. I don't remember who it was. You gotta increase your Twitter and you this. Hey, pay these $10. I forgot. It was somebody. I'm not about to pay to be cool.
Yeah, I'm not about to pay for people. If that's what I gotta do, I don't want to make it.
Yeah. Either you don't be or you don't. Because them fake people not gonna buy my real music. So
Right. Because they're fake.
Because at the end of the day, that gives you a false perception of what you are.
Right.
You thinking you this big mega star or something. You bought that shit.
You got 8 people.
Like, I be liking my likes. Like, to see, like, okay, this person liked it.
Really fuck with me.
Yeah, they really fuck with me. Like, if I know 200, 300, 400 of them came from China, nah, that shit ain't.
False perception. And people be running with that shit.
But like, people just love
How do you run with that, though?
I'm fully with them getting rid of all this shit.
Because I think what happens is those people do kind of get the popping a little bit. And they got real mixed in with fake and they don't know. But like, I don't give a shit, man. I don't care if I wake up in the morning and got 70,000 followers or something, man. That shit ain't finna make or break me.
And if I don't know any of them, it ain't bringing me no extra money, then
you like it?
Who cares?
Right.
Buy the product.
So I'm definitely not finna pay you money to give me some people that aren't even real.
But see, I understand, like, those Instagram models or whoever, I see why they do it, you know what I'm saying? Because that builds something else for them. You know what I'm saying? That could turn into a check. That's why they have club appearances.
Right.
Niggas paying them $3 and
Fashion
$4 grand just to walk
and
through
all
that bitch.
yeah.
But all in all, they still gonna have to, when they show up, people gonna have to show up. Them fake followers can't show up. It still gotta be the real followers.
Think about that. Ooh, think about that first.
No, not if they just doing like on some Fashion Over shit. Because they didn't gave them a contract off how many likes they have.
But not everybody's
They don't have to show
Man,
shit, though.
think about that first day when on Instagram get rid of all them likes and followers and shit.
A lot of
that
shit
next day, that shit gonna be like, remember when you used to go in the club and get that number, you were kind of drunk
Yeah.
and it was dark.
Yeah.
And then that light fuck around and
lights
come
came
on.
on.
Ooh,
Like,
you like
That bitch ugly. That bitch
and you be so sad, like what the? Boy, you be trying to delete that shit out your phone so goddamn fast.
All it is gonna harm
Couldn't
a
have
lot
been
of
me,
local
got her
celebrities.
number.
That's all it's gonna do.
Yeah,
Get a lot
I mean,
of
it just
local
make.
celebrities.
I just want, and I think it'll help more than it hurt. I think
I
it's
do
just
too.
gonna start getting things to more of an authentic place.
Right.
Exactly. No,
Yeah,
no
let's
more
get
of
back
that.
to authentic shit,
All of
man.
this
Like-
fake shit. We don't want. I don't want
man.
none of this fake shit. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Give me the real. Either give me the real or don't give me nothing.
Oh, you bitch, you.
Yeah, and I just be counting how many of my exes be liking goddamn my pictures.
They be liking them.
Yeah, they be liking.
My
Ooh, that nigga on, ain't it?
We're a little bit in the podcast. We're about an hour. Maybe she don't listen.
What's the timestamp?
So she get past 15 minutes.
Hey, go listen to
15 minutes, he ain't saying nothing.
Give me
stupid.
$100 or hey, come listen to minute 15 seconds.
We know how to get them to listen to them.
Right.
Who did the king at that shit?
What I do? What I do? What I do? What I do?
I nigga a troll in real life. I nigga trolled this whole, but I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say too much. I
Go on, say it. I want to say it.
You know what you did.
I don't remember. Like my CTE bad.
I know it. You tried to get somebody in trouble. You know what you posted.
Oh!
What, man? I forgot.
Everybody laughing because they know what it is. You the only one don't know.
Exactly. Nah,
You know, it worked like a charm too. Let me tell you something. That nigga listen to one podcast out of goddamn 11.
Yes.
And you
I get it. Okay. You welcome, my nigga. Shit, you know what I'm saying?
you probably ain't listen to us.
This is the greatness, you know what I'm saying? This is the greatness.
It's all good.
This is what we're doing.
Anywho, I mean, hey, this is pretty much a running thing every week, man. We always pay homage to women, man. Women, shouts out to women, man. Y'all are killing it right now. Forbes just released a new lease. Not a lease. What the fuck I'm talking about?
Nigga, you trying to rent some shit? Want to rent some shit?
Forbes just dropped a new list. Basically, and they just named the music industry top female earners of 2018. Y'all already know who came in the top for the most part. It's a full list. It's 10, but I'm only gonna give basically the top 5. Number 1 was Katy Perry at 83 million. Number 2 was Taylor Swift at 80 million. Number 3 was Beyonce at 60 million. Number 4 was Pink at 52 million. And number 5 was Lady Gaga at 50 million. I do want to shout out Rihanna. She came in at 37.5 million. And that's just in 2018. So
what number she is? 6?
Rihanna was 7. So we want to give a shout out to those women.
That's dope.
They're definitely worthy of it. They some hard workers, and everybody on this list. I was shocked. I saw Britney Spears came in at 10. I know Britney Spears has always been kind of around, but I don't know right now. I might be ignorant, so excuse me of it. I don't know what her 30 million coming
last time I saw her, she shaved her head.
Yeah, but I want to say she did a Las Vegas.
Yeah, that
she did that residency and show thing. Yeah.
So that's gonna get you big bucks.
Hey, Vegas,
like 50.
Hey, Vegas, sign the Dummies.
Come out there.
I can rap.
Oh hell yeah!
I can rap a little bit, right? Yeah.
So
dope list though, dope ass list. Shout out to. It seems like it's a consistent list. The same women on there. Y'all keep getting more powerful. I need to get my wife on that list somehow. Goddamn. I need to see if she can sing. She needs to sing a tune, a dance, or something. We need to get on this list, baby.
They making that goo-wop. But
Gucci, man.
Yeah. But Keisha Dior doing her thing too though.
She
that you said it.
Yeah.
But that's not her name.
Yeah, that's sushi. Ain't
That nigga said quiche.
Chinese food, ain't it?
That nigga said quiche.
Hey, it's late in the podcast. We done watched the Iron Bowl.
Is it late?
You know, I'm
It's still
feeling
early.
good.
We just hit the hour mark, bro.
Feeling good. So we got 20. Yeah, I got 22 more minutes.
Hey,
There you go.
He go.
you know,
Oh shit.
looking at the list, bro, I can see why a certain somebody is mad. They ain't on there.
Who?
I ain't gonna say her name. I ain't saying that, but I can see why she. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to think about who you talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
CTE so bad in real life.
God damn, son.
I don't know who mad. I don't be paying these. Oh no, man. My
Well, hey, well, there you go. That was a hooted remark.
It was hooted.
That was hooted.
It was hooted.
Yeah.
I can
That's a
see
good thing,
why
man. I don't be
the
paying them no
individual
money.
I think I know who you talking. Yeah, I knew exactly.
Yeah.
What you're talking about. Okay.
Anyway,
So yeah, I get it.
Yeah, cause shit, them numbers is fake. She's industry. Those numbers ain't real.
But you can't
Because if those numbers
number-
were real, she would be on there.
right. So
Yeah.
I don't understand. Well, yeah, we good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I understand now, and I get it.
well, I mean, she had a slow year and she dropped the album at the back of the year, like with a mid part of the year. So like you didn't have a lot of time to jump on that, but she'll be back. Trust me,
Yeah.
she'll be back. Moving on into our weekly topic. We saw that a gunman targeted an ER doctor in a domestic dispute that left 4 dead. The gunman who killed 3 people at a Chicago hospital, as well as targeted his former fiance, a doctor who worked in the hospital's emergency room. Dr. Tamara O'Neal was gunned down by her former fiance, 32-year-old Juan Lopez, while walking into the hospital on Monday afternoon. Witnesses saw Dr. O'Neal and Lopez arguing in the hospital parking lot. And when a friend tried to intervene, Lopez lifted his shirt to reveal a handgun and let off multiple shots. With this being our weekly topic, we want to talk about domestic violence. Domestic violence is something that is rampant, that goes on within our communities. It affects both men and women. It has affected a lot of us in many ways. But we want to kind of touch basis on it. I know we led with that story, but the overall weekly topic, we talking about domestic violence. Where y'all at with it?
Never okay to hit a woman. So
Right. For me, domestic violence goes both ways. It can be a man hitting a woman, a woman hitting a man. Everybody, man, keep your hands to yourself, man. If you keep your hands, you ain't got to worry about nothing if you keep your hands to yourself. As far as this doctor and the other person, I want to say it was like a anesthesiologist, another person who lost their life because of this gentleman who's jealous. Man, come on, man. You want to kill somebody, kill yourself. Don't be out here killing women because they don't want to be with you anymore, and also killing an innocent person who has nothing to do with your feelings. But to that doctor and to that young lady, I don't want to get it wrong, young lady or young man, y'all rest in peace. Once again, be thankful. We're thankful. We're in that week of being thanks. And domestic violence, man, keep your hands to yourself. You want to do something to somebody, do it to yourself.
Well, I have a daughter. And I also have a son. I mean, it goes both ways. I don't want to just put it solely on guys hitting girls. Mm-hmm. And I don't even want to just leave it at somebody physically abusing. You know what I'm saying? Because there's emotional abuse. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I've been affected not only by my parents. I saw that coming up from the physical aspect. I even had a relative of mine that was killed by her boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? So, and then he took his life. So, like I said, this particular topic, you know what I'm saying, is very touchy. But yeah, man, it has to be, I know there's, domestic violence awareness all over, and they have their months or whatever, and they do their thing with the walks and the marches. I get it. But yeah, I mean, if there's no such thing as loving someone that much to hurt them.
Right. Like, I don't even like to play, like, I've never liked that, to even play those type of games like wrestling and play fight. Like,
I don't like to play fight. Because I gotta let you win. Because I don't want to.
It ain't even that. I just don't even want to.
Well, no, I don't want to hurt you.
I don't know. I just think that, well, Huda said, like, we see domestic violence. It's not only, it always gets a stigma that it's just men on women, but there are a lot of men that are in domestic violence relationships. Even so much to the fact now that when there's domestic disputes, everybody going to jail. If they get called out for that, it ain't just about, oh, he hit me, we all going.
Nah, yeah, y'all both going to jail.
But at the end of the day, man, if you're in relationships, men or women, where you can't keep your cool, or that person pushes you to the point where you want to hit them, hurt them, or whatever be the case. I mean, sometimes, in relationships, we deal with so many different things that are so touchy, whether it's finances, whether it's dealing with opposite sex and things like that, where you can be pushed to that limit. And we have to make sure that we make sure that we keep our cool, walk away, keep the peace, or if you have to remove yourself from that situation. Like we said, man, I don't want to love somebody that much where I have to hurt them. You know what I mean? Right. Like, who wants to do, like, at the end of the day, like, I've always thought, like, we see this stuff. We see stories where, like, somebody kills their wife or their significant other, and then they take their life. Like who to say, like, if that's what you want to do, go do that by yourself. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But I've never been in a situation where, like, if you do that, you kill them and then you got to go to jail. Yeah. That shit, that's no fun. You want to go to jail? It is so many different dope people out here and other people out here that, like, hey, I know it might not seem like it at the time, but if you just separate yourself, man, somebody else will come along that's going to want you.
You'll be sad for a little bit.
Yeah, you ain't got to, like, take their life because somebody doesn't want you anymore, or that they don't want to be with you and you want to put your hands on them or stuff like that.
Get their ass out of there. If they ain't making you happy, get their ass out of there. And yeah, because it's just not worth, like y'all saying, I really am agreeing, but it's not worth all that. Like, nobody is worth you being in jail.
Hell no, I ain't going to jail. I don't give a shit.
Right, yeah. But you're going to get them out of there, and then you're going to be in a relationship with,
be in jail again in the week.
But it's more than this, you know what I'm saying, about going to jail. Like, think about this, man. Like, one day you will have a child. One day you will. How are you going to explain to them that, you know what I'm saying, it's, God forbid, you know what I'm saying, put that out there. I don't want to put that out on earth. But God forbid you have a daughter and she come to you saying, Dad, this boy put his hands on me. You going to jail because you going to retaliate versus what the man did. You see what I'm saying?
Hopefully I won't. I fully get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? So
hopefully I won't. But I have. I think, okay, I don't have a child, but my little sister is 15 years younger than me.
Right.
And I tell her stuff, because 15 years, shit, you was 13 when you had a child. So I tell her, I was like, hey, man's never supposed to put his hands on you. But don't ever give him that reason to or option because you don't know what's in his mind. These kids on these different drugs.
Right.
Like, just remove yourself from that situation.
Right.
So, because I tell her, like, it's not worth it. But yes, like, nigga, like you said, like somebody hit Taylor, you gonna go ape shit. Hopefully, if it's not, but you can't say even not that bad.
Right.
Like, if you got there, Taylor fully okay, but she said she done got hit, you gonna go ape shit. And that's just being a great ass father, which y'all all are. So, that shit's just hard. It just is. Your little girl say something nigga to hit her, you gonna want to kill his ass.
Right.
Yeah,
so,
that's.
And in the future, hey, fuck nigga, listen to this podcast, episode 11. I'm gonna shoot your stupid ass.
It's easy. It's easy. That's all. I think that's the easier response to say, yeah, I'm going to jail. I'm gonna kill this nigga. I'm gonna shoot him, man. Best thing you can do in that situation, because if you shoot him, you're going to jail. You're putting your kid in more danger. The most you can do is teach your kid through that situation.
And that's what I was going to say.
And talk to that parent. And then be like,
I mean, they may be grown, man. They may be 22, 23. You can't
I mean, and like we say, when people in domestic disputes sometimes, man, that shit ain't as simple as trying to fix it.
Tell them to leave because they're not.
I've known of a situation, I'm not even going to speak references of how it's a related situation, but it's a personal situation that I know of where somebody was trying to defend a relative, and their relative was being abused and beat on by the boyfriend. The relative pulled around at her, try to check, the person, and Buddy pulled the strap on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, what you think you finna do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Up strap on him. So it gets tricky, man. You know what I'm saying? When you say, like, like if it would happen to Jordan or if it would happen to Taylor, or, any of our kids, how we would handle it, like sometimes that shit get that crazy. So it's definitely nothing to play about. It's definitely a serious topic, man. It's a serious issue, you know what I mean? And we don't want to, take it light because there's people who have to go into hiding. There's people that have to go and check themselves into homes and go into protection to get away from these situations, man. It's nothing to definitely take light.
I'm glad you said that because where I work at, I deal with a lot of things like that. And so people going through domestic violence, they have a whole separate procedure on what they have to go through and how they're hidden, how they can even get information that they greatly need. So, yeah, that shit, I mean, nothing to play with, man. Keep your hands to yourself, man. Both parties. With your kids, talk them through it as best you can, not with more violence, because that's not going to help anybody in any situation.
Great segment.
Definitely don't get caught up in that, man. Moving on into political news. We saw that Ivanka Trump basically used her personal email account to send hundreds of emails about government business on last year. Ivanka Trump sent hundreds of emails last year to White House aides, cabinet officials, as well as her assistants using her personal email account. We find it kind of ironic simply because Donald Trump was a big proponent of Hillary Clinton sending out emails through her personal account. He attacked her. We saw that, he also, led the chance of lock her up. Those were basically in relation to Hillary Clinton using her personal email to talk about government official business. Did y'all get a chance to see this? And if so, where y'all at?
Lock her up.
Lock her
up. Hillary lost the whole election because of when that email information came out.
Right.
So
that was a big part of it.
And his whole lot of campaign slogan for a long time, even up to recently a week or two ago, was lock up.
And the FBI guy, whoever he was, Comey decided to release it a few days before the election. If he would have released it way before, she'd have had time to say, hey, this is what it was. It was really nothing.
Lock her up.
Yeah.
Lock her up.
So, yeah, I just think the irony of it, it's a walking contradiction. We already seeing that, the White House coming out saying basically that it was different and it wasn't the same thing. And we know that that's going to happen. The whole main thing of this was just to report it, make sure that it was out there and known, and to watch it. So, like, people who vote and stuff, who always say, you pick the lesser of two evils and all that stuff, can also just add more context to how this White House feels that the rules don't apply to them.
And I want their side to keep that same energy as well, because if you're still going to those rallies saying lock her up, make sure you're talking about both of them.
It's the same, right?
Yeah, talking about both of them if that's the case.
Being that it's the White House and that's on a grander scale, like, I mean, I'm just so sick of the turn the other cheek stuff. Oh, it's okay because I did this very same thing, but it wasn't okay for the other person to do it.
Moving on into sports news, we saw that the Chiefs and the Rams played an incredible football game, basically this past Monday night, in which the Los Angeles Rams won in a 54-51 victory. It was a electrifying offensive performance on both sides. We saw that, it was basically tick for tack. Every time one scored, the other one retaliated with a score. One went up 10, the other one came right back. You know what I mean? And it went back and forth the whole entire game. I think one of the things that was significant for me is because you're not accustomed to seeing the NFL put up 54, 51 points.
I was going to ask that.
Back and forth.
If you think that's the new NFL?
I don't know. We see that everything has been catered towards the spread offense. It's getting more offensive friendly. It started with stuff like jamming. You couldn't jam after 5 yards. You couldn't put your hands on receivers after 5 yards. You can't hit them now. On defense, you can't hit them the same. There's been a lot of different things that have been tweaked to help offensive explosion. And now we're seeing these young kids coming out being quarterbacks, and it's not ironic to me that we saw the two most electrifying youngest quarterbacks in the league on display, putting up points, leading the most electrifying offenses. Besides Drew Brees, and I mean Drew Brees is what he is, but I'm saying next to Drew Brees, the Chiefs and the Rams probably have the most explosive offenses. It's like the NFL.
Third highest scoring game ever.
Yeah,
like that.
So
first for Monday Night Football.
My question is, being that we're an older group, you know what I'm saying, and we see the NFL as, being a defensive league and being super strict and not as open, sometimes can be boring, basically. You know what I mean? First of all, did y'all watch the game? And if so, what were y'all thoughts on it? And are y'all okay with the league taking a trend or a turn towards this new direction?
I'm all for it.
Watch the game. It was entertaining. I want that more from like my college teams. NFL, I want to see in the 20 and 30s. Like somewhere around there. I want to see defense. I understand for safety, and because I know y'all and players that have played. So it's not worth what comes after it. I see what they're trying to do to keep safety, but man, it's football.
I'm all for excitement, man.
You can't make football safe. It's just,
I honestly say that's like one of the recently I haven't been paying attention to NFL football as much. In the past, I was always higher on football than I was on college. Right now, I'm more higher on college than I am on the NFL for the simple fact that
you was higher on the NFL than you was. You was higher on college than you was on the NFL.
No, I was higher previously. I was higher on the NFL than I was college.
Okay.
But right now, today, I'm more higher on college than I am the NFL for the simple fact it's more excitement. It is more of you. In some instances, you don't know what's going to happen. Yes, right now, Alabama's running the football world, but each game could be exciting, like those West Virginia, Oklahoma games.
Yeah, that was a great game.
Yeah, they're just exciting games to see, and you really don't know who it may be. So hopefully, I want to keep seeing it.
It's crazy because, and this could be the football fan of me, because, we say that was a great game, the Oklahoma, West Virginia. We say that Kansas City game was a great game, but I want to say that Alabama LSU game that time when it was like 10-6-3.
No, it was 6-3.
6-3.
It was a real good game.
Great ass game to me. You know what I mean? For some people, it's boring because they weren't scoring. But to me, I saw the beauty in that game.
It was everywhere.
Nobody would crack.
Every play mattered. Yeah. So, you had to watch because, one break, one player fuck up.
And that's what I meant by excitement. It could be that 6-3 game or that 54-51 game. If it's exciting,
I just at the end, I don't really care what the score is at the end of the fourth quarter or going into overtime. It being a close game and every play mattered.
And I guess now that you say that, when I think about it, people, who may not know the sport, when they say what's the difference between a 6-3 game or a 51-54 game, is they're all competing.
Right.
If I'm scoring 51-54, we going back and forth. We scoring. You know what I'm saying? It's an exciting game. If it's 6-3, we competing. Every play, our
Still
defense
great plays,
right. It's still great plays being made, but it's just the level of competition. I just hate seeing sometimes 54-7 or 35-7.
I love it.
I don't like watching blowouts.
Well, I love
that
the
shit
30.
trash.
I love,
You're not gonna pay attention
I love
to it.
the 35 side of it.
Right.
I mean, I don't care about the score. I just, if it's 35, I want the other team to have 34 or something. Like, I want to see a competitive game. I don't like watching blowouts, especially amongst teams that are supposed to be kind of even with each other.
Right.
I don't like that.
Yeah, them boys got busy that Monday night. And shout out to them Saints. Who that? I keep giving you this invitation.
I came back for like 1 week and they lost, so I left again. And
See,
I
see,
just
you gotta ride that
and I've
thing.
enjoyed them much more when I wasn't just a fan of just them.
Well, who that? The Rams and the Chiefs, we got to see either the Rams get to the Super Bowl,
Mm-hmm.
or I would definitely say the Panthers, because Atlanta, you suck. You suck.
I saw some shit on. I sent it in a group message. I saw some shit today that was like the top 10 worst cities.
Yeah.
I said the top 10 worst cities in the world, and it was like number 10 was there is no worst city. 9 was in the country, because basically all the way down to 2.
Every city
has their own ghettos, and number 1 was Atlanta. So 10 through goddamn 2 was nobody, and number 1 was
I
Atlanta.
don't know who made that, because Atlanta.
It was somebody in New Orleans. Like, people in New Orleans hate Atlanta.
Gotcha. And Atlanta hate New Orleans.
Because recently that's been a rivalry, New Orleans.
Not recently. It's been that way since
It's been
long
like
time,
that for.
boy.
I mean, because they the 2 biggest metropolitan
Right.
southern cities, basically, especially within the southeast.
Right.
They are more of a rivalry, but between Atlanta and
New Orleans be so whack because they just think they're
You're a
own like city.
We are. What you mean,
So
own city?
just different.
Say that properly or correctly, because we are our own city. So what do you
it
mean
is
by
a
that?
different vibe. New Orleans definitely has a different vibe than
The culture
any other
is
place.
different.
Yeah, it's definitely a different place than any other
Nah,
place. in the
nigga,
country.
I remember one time you told me you don't stay in Louisiana.
I
You stay
don't.
in New Orleans.
And that's how we think.
That's the dumbest
Because
shit.
nowhere
in the world.
else in New Orleans is like nowhere else
And I
in
can
Louisiana
understand
is
it,
like
because
Right.
nowhere.
No, I fully understand what you're saying, but it's still New Orleans, Louisiana.
So
I feel like Mobile is no different than anywhere else in Alabama.
But
that's
but
you.
Montgomery has
that's
their
you.
own.
We don't
thing.
feel that way.
But that
And
is,
that's
but
not
what
the case
but I get what he's saying, because I still think personally, and contrary to what you just said, I think that there is a difference between Mobile, Mobile, Birmingham, and Montgomery. I think
Yeah,
there's a
yeah.
significant difference.
Right.
Not saying that we're not the same people, but in different parts of the state, it's different.
totally.
It's like that. Like, I hear California people say Southern California is a lot different than Northern California.
Right.
It's
cap,
just
no
be
cap.
different in cultures and stuff.
Mm.
So
Get
I
that hate
get
out.
it.
Get that hate out
Um,
to blood, my brother.
But I do need to
But
tell.
I'm still from Alabama. That's what I was saying. Like I'm
I feel
still.
you.
But I will tell, out of the Atlanta New Orleans rivalry, I like Atlanta better than I like New Orleans.
So?
I just,
Fuck New Orleans. They fucked up my childhood.
Then you
Fuck
get beat
them.
up down there or something? I have a fight. You and Jermaine? You let Jermaine
No,
get
that
beat
was
up.
ball hall. That I wasn't even there.
that nigga got beat up in New Orleans.
Yeah, he got beat up. That's why he don't like
I
New
knew
Orleans.
it.
bro.
No,
New
that really wasn't. Nigga, clear the shit up. That was ball hall.
I'm saying, why you don't like
Nope.
New Orleans?
Oh, I love New Orleans.
My story, he got beat
Why
up.
you say he got beat up in New Orleans?
I love New
He
Orleans.
sound
Why
like he
you-
got
I
beat
never
up.
had a problem. No,
Mad about it. Fuck New Orleans.
the
Damn,
niggas from New Orleans, which I love, my homies from New Orleans, they just, oh no, we didn't have slaves in New Orleans. And, like, they just be on some crazy shit. Like, y'all nigga, y'all the South. I don't like how they like Jewel so much and don't like Boosie. Like, it's a lot of shit.
You sound like a real hater right now.
No, it's facts. Like, how the fuck you don't like a nigga 45 minutes away from you, but you like a nigga 1,000 miles away from you?
We don't want to go there. You don't like somebody close to you either.
Hey,
Like who?
A person. I'm not going to say any names. A lot closer than 45 minutes, motherfucker.
the only thing I want you to stop hating on Hootie, or you
Hey,
and
don't
your
be
people
hating.
out of New
I don't
Orleans.
be hating. They became
Mobile started this Mardi Gras shit.
I never said y'all didn't. Me, I'm one of the ones who
It's
never
your
said.
people, man,
I've
who
just
said
always
it.
said ours was
He
better.
always just said
But I
that
know
theirs
a
was
person
better.
Because I don't
always
fucking know
say
where it started. I don't care.
fresh.
That's fresh. Fresh crazy, man.
Fresh shit crazy.
Fresh crazy.
I think I've literally had to pull up.
Damn.
Yeah.
Where's the
Y'all
volume?
okay out there?
Shit.
I know that nigga
sorry.
bushed out, Idra. Hey,
I'm sorry, we cannot refund you for your speakers.
That nigga tore everybody's speakers up just then. If you got them little earbuds, them hoes busted. If you in your car, them hoes fucked up.
It's
God
right after
damn.
Black Friday. You can get you some more.
I want to say that I had to literally show you that Mobile had Mardi Gras first.
I mean, okay,
I don't
but
think
look,
when you came to
like-
Birmingham, I don't think you knew of
I told you,
Mobile Mardi
if
Gras.
you ever listen to people when they talk to you, I told you I never knew about Alabama or Mobile having a Mardi Gras until I got here. I
Yeah.
never knew that.
That's right.
That's-
Mobile started this Mardi Gras shit.
I just say I was better.
We saw that as of November the 24th, 2018, the Golden State Warriors are 1-4. Do we smell some trouble in the water? We saw that, KD and Draymond Green had their issues. They're the defending champs. They won, 2 out of the last 3 championships. They've been looking invincible pretty much every year. But they're a little bit in a slump. Does KD have that dog still in him? Is he still, the man enough to remedy what's going on in Golden State? And is there trouble? Do y'all think that there's an issue going on with the chemistry there? Do y'all think it's a problem, or do y'all think it's just a little slump?
I don't think it's I just think it's a slump. The chemistry is still there, definitely. Then you got to take into effect, Steph is hurt. Clay is in a shooting slump. Whatever he's going through, that's not going to continue on throughout the rest of the season. I think they'll get it together, definitely before playoff time, even before the All-Star break. I just feel like right now, you definitely want to go through it now than later on in the season when it matters. You fucking around, fall into a slump in the playoffs, hey, trust me.
I think we're at that point in society and sports and all of these things where teams have to like each other in order to be real good. And I just feel like if they go through those things like those fights, public fights that could be avoided, and when you start calling out another nigga's manhood, things like that can affect your team, in my opinion. So I do think it's some stuff. I do think they're by far the best team. It ain't even close.
Right.
But I think if their chemistry isn't there, then they're gonna slip up and lose.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. In that, now the example in which you gave, who's more disposable, KD or Draymond?
Get Draymond the fuck out of here.
All right then. So if you get him the fuck out of there, you back to winning that chip.
I'm glad you said that, because coming to that second question, does KD still have that dog? As far as that dog, Draymond got that dog. I don't think KD have that dog. I do think he's by far the best player out there. I don't think he have that dog in him though.
If you look at the stats right now, KD is probably the second, if not the third leading scorer in the league without a Steph Curry right now. And right
But you
now,
know what?
But as a team, like last week I was sick, so I finally got to sit home and watch a lot of ESPN and a lot of sports. And it was just talking about how the entire team drops off when Steph is missing compared to when a KD or anybody else is missing. Like if a KD or somebody's missing, 1 to 2 to 3 point difference as far as a drop off. But if Steph is missing, it's like a 13-point drop off, and there is a lot more losses because when KD has to be that dog, he's not that dog.
I just think KD, is not a dog at all. Hasn't been one at Oklahoma his last 2-3 years there. But I'm willing to say on that team, Draymond is more important.
I don't think so.
Let me tell you why. Because KD comes with scoring. Cool. Steph and Clay can make up for scoring. They're scoring machines.
And KD.
What Draymond gives you, I'm saying without them, what Draymond gives you, because think about it, without Draymond getting suspended, they win 3 straight championships. Let's just keep it a buck.
Facts.
So they don't, like how Draymond said, we don't need you. And then I feel how he said that, because without me and being a suspended nigga, we got a three-peat over here.
I don't respect that simply for the fact that Draymond was one of the people who championed you to come out here.
Right.
So don't bring me out here and then all of a sudden you don't need me, nigga. Right. You shouldn't have begged me to come up out here.
Right.
So I just feel like the way that Golden State is built now, they need KD.
Yeah.
To be able to.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think so, man.
I feel like they would not beat LeBron last year without fucking KD. I gives a fuck what you say. But what I wanna chime into, who just said that, like, you know, in today's times, he feel like people need to like each other. I feel like that's always been a chemistry in sports.
Damn right.
Because we've seen a lot of different superstar teams, whether it's football or basketball, where they put all of these pieces in your head. You're like, ooh, they gonna beat everybody.
Right.
And they don't. And it's because,
like each
as a team, you have to be able to gel on a bigger level than just we're all good. Now, not only are we all good, we have to really like each other. We have to, you know, it's an emotion that go into that sport.
Right.
I feel can't get right, too, because I do think what Draymond brings is an emotion to it. And you definitely need that. But I think now that the way Golden State is built, it's interchangeable. I think it's a slump. I think they can pull it together. The season is long.
Damn
you
right.
can forget about shit for a minute. Is it going to be wounds there? Is things going to change it probably at the end of the season? Sure. But I know one thing. They better figure out that shit, because, you know, you about to insert Cousins back in here in a minute, too. That's a whole nother. That's a whole nother different layer that you're gonna have to add to it. So
I think.
So hopefully they get it together. We'll see.
I think both of them soft, because
who's both?
Draymond and Durant. And then
who got more fights out there right now? You
hang on.
You a Todd? Cause y'all niggas be picking fights.
No. I don't want to fight either one of them.
I think he just surpassed Todd.
Shit.
Todd.
I don't want to fight either one. Todd said he'll beat up a couple people. I don't want to fight either one.
You just don't know that you got. Todd might actually could win because he know who he fighting. Your ass might snuck.
And they want to fight everybody.
He ain't even gonna know why somebody punched his ass.
Let me say,
It'll be
this is why I say that. All right, we have a group chat. Y'all know how we talk to each other. Like, nigga, if you...
But we also had this conversation. We're never going to do that out in the public like that.
All right.
So that's what's
you have to know what it's
y'all just saved me 3-4 minutes.
Yeah, because I knew he was going. We'll never do that.
Like,
we're not going to do that. That's like saying we had a Dummies show live and we over here beefing.
You don't do that there. Like, you take that shit.
You don't say it public. You wait till it gets to
That's the thing. Again, they go back to what we were talking about earlier. Like with Adrian Peterson, like some shit don't say it public. Like if I'm beefing, I don't care if I'm beefing with my teammate or I'm beefing with one of you niggas here. Like that ain't for the public.
Right. Draymond should have called him a bitch in the locker room.
Yeah, like say what
like
you
before the season. Like Draymond, I mean, he was like nigga Durant was like what?
Shouldn't act like a diva either.
I never understood. And you can't tell me that you don't understand the nigga, I played sports. I played it on, Division I level. Like you can't tell me. I didn't. You don't necessarily like all your teammates. It's 50s. It's 80 people you got to deal with. You're not gonna like all of them, but they were my teammates, and we
fought. We fought,
and we fought
against the other team. But y'all had fights.
We fought internally. Yeah. What I was trying to say is that we had internal fights. We had fights that whatever. But when we was on the field, I never thought about a fight that I had with that person through the week. When we was on that field, it was time to play ball. I never thought like, ooh, this nigga, I just had a fight with this week. I'm gonna make sure he, because if he fail, I fail.
Right. That's why it'd be hard to hear those kind of stories, like
weird,
like a lineman not blocking for his quarterback because he doesn't like it. Like you don't be thinking about that shit.
That be motherfuckers who don't
never played that shit.
Yeah, and sometimes people don't, and they'll say stupid shit. Oh, like where they're beefing,
they don't like each other.
Just like the story that I never understood that people think is a reality. I still don't think it's a reality. I could be wrong, but it was outside influences. Man, you don't be thinking about that shit.
Nah, y'all don't play no goddamn.
You do not think about. You think I'm thinking about what a sports reporter wrote in the middle of a game? I'm not thinking about that shit at all.
I've never known what any sports reporters ever said. Me personally.
Well, I mean, on that level, it's different. You can't come home and you on ESPN and you on all the sports.
Everybody.
You on all the sports radio talks.
At UAB, locally, you can. You gonna see
you can.
You gonna see that in the newspapers and things like that.
That's true.
But it's I can't say it's different, but basketball and football would be vastly different in a sense. Because
in regards to what?
just like the locker room issues, because it's a smaller amount of players.
Still the same
You know what I'm saying? And I get what you're saying. Like
I
said,
see what
to a
y'all
sense.
saying. Like
What I'm saying,
one
like,
or two
look at
players
it
on the
right now.
basketball team.
I've been in both.
For example,
So
look at what they're doing to John Wall.
I don't agree because
now.
I've been in
And like I
both.
said, in our very own locker room, guys, and this is high school, on the high school level, like one individual, one apple can spoil a whole bunch.
That's the same thing.
When one person comes in with their ulterior motives, doing shit that they want to do, it can ruin
That's in any
what you're
sport.
trying to
That's
do.
in any
That's
sport.
why I say
we had a bad
that's
apple.
the point.
We had bad apples.
But
That's to
Todd
the
is
point.
saying is 1 out of 12 is a greater percentage out
Right.
of 1 out of 52.
53.
Not really.
It depends,
Not
man.
really.
Y'all
It could be
numbers, just numbers
Bro,
alone.
listen,
It could be one
man.
I understand what y'all saying.
It could be one
Listen,
person
man.
ruler and
I hear
ruin
what
the
you're saying.
entire football
but
team.
one person can ruin a football team, brother. Make it clear. One person can bring down the dominoes because all the dominoes have to be working on one cylinder. It's just like a car. You can't, when that check engine light come on and you try to ignore that shit is fucking up something else.
Right.
Every time.
Say for example, if you had a lineman, because you play linebacker, a lineman that didn't do what he was supposed to do, you could maybe make up for it.
You can't.
Or maybe the
How?
safety could
Because
maybe
he's
make up.
better than this guy that's behind him. So if I,
But 105, if that person is not doing what he's supposed to do,
I don't
it's
want
very hard. Because
man, you can say that about number 13 too on the basketball team, bro. Come on now.
I'm saying on the court. I'm saying in the game.
Only thing I'm saying is this, to your point. I hear what you're saying, and I get what you're saying, but I do want to say that football, basketball, I think are a lot in the same as if there is no chemistry, I don't give a fuck if it's 12 niggas on a basketball team or it's 85 on a football team. If you have bad chemistry in there, whether it's one bad apple or 2 or 3 bad apples, that shit can fuck up a whole bunch because it all has to work on one cylinder in order for it to be successful.
Yeah.
It has to.
Yeah, everybody has to be on the same page, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? That's you should have the ultimate goal, winning championships, winning games. I get that. But like I said, with that basketball shit, I'm telling you, it has been on my team before. Once we got rid of them, that's when we went on the championship.
But that's anything too.
We
though.
saying the
That's-
same thing.
That's football too. If you get rid of that
If
one
you
bad
get rid
apple,
of the one,
Right.
It's the
we
same
saying
thing.
the same thing. But what I just don't want you to exclude is that it's just basketball.
That's why I said to a sense. That's why I said
yeah,
like
it's
that.
the
So,
same thing. Because
yeah.
in football, if you get rid of that one bad apple, you could.
Right.
We see all the time where coaches kicked off the team. They'll say some stupid shit like
conduct
detrimental to the team.
right.
Yeah, that's what that is.
Right. I got you.
Same thing.
Yeah, I got
So
you.
yeah, staying here in basketball, staying in sports. My man Vince Carter, man, we still see, man, the legend Vince Carter. Man, Vince Carter has given us some tremendous highlights. When we could start back at North Carolina, all the way to being in Toronto, him and T-Mac. Fuck, man, everywhere the Magics. Everywhere Vince Carter has went, he has played tremendous basketball. We've seen Vince Carter not only transform his game from, being known as a dunker, somebody who could jump out the gym, to somebody who could shoot, who could play defense, who could do everything needed on a basketball court. But having said that, do you all feel that Vince Carter is a Hall of Famer?
No doubt. And I don't think Magics is plural. I think it's just Magic.
Orlando Magic.
They ain't got no S on it. Take that S off, goddamn.
Orlando Magic.
S is silent.
Most definitely, though. I think he is. I don't know if you would do.
Go ahead, go. I'm gonna come back.
Yeah, he definitely, first ballot Hall of Fame. But to me, think about what he did for the city of Toronto before Drake. He pretty much transcended and made that a fixture in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? With him and Allen Iverson going at it in the final round of the playoffs. That shit used to be epic, boy. Nigga used to get buckets.
Right.
So
I
think he is.
For me, best dunker of all time.
No doubt.
Number one. And no doubt, man, anytime you're in a class of 22 in the NBA, you deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. So he's a 22nd person who get over 25,000 points, first ballot. Anybody's in the top 22 of anything in the NBA, as far as points go, first ballot. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all for it. And I think he changed the game, like big time. Like, man, he was one of those first people to come in and say, he's just a dunker. And he changed it.
And I did find an article that says, see the Orlando Magics,
Oh, is it Magic?
Yeah, it's when it's
I'm
the
sorry.
whole team, when it's multiple, they're the Magics.
Magics.
Yeah, so
But yeah,
I just want to say
that. But
It is. Magic.
first ballot, all the way through, definitely deserve it. But Vince Carter career, me being a North Carolina fan, what was so crazy, he wasn't the man in North Carolina.
Like number 3.
Well, he was second, but Antoine Jameson won Player of the Year.
was he on that team with Jameson, Coda?
It was Jameson, Cole, yeah.
I think it was somebody else too. Who else was it?
Oh,
So great.
yeah. I mean, hella talent. But Antoine Jameson was the man. I mean, I just say that to say that's always been weird. Like, Antoine Jameson had a good career.
I
think the first time Antoine Jameson, he was like, oh,
Gabriel.
really don't play like Joseph Forte. But I think Antoine Jameson said one time, like, oh, the NBA ain't not that bad. And he was playing Jordan the next game. Jordan bust his ass for like 42, like 3 quarters. But I say that I don't know why I said that, but yeah. Yes.
He don't know why he said that. I think he's a Hall of Famer, man. My man done put on a hell of a show. We seen highlights from him. Like I said, everywhere he played, including the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? He probably got the best Olympic highlight that we've seen. You know what I'm saying? Jumping over directly over 7'1", man. The man kind of ducked a little bit, but he probably still was 6'9", man, as he
put that hand on his head.
and jumped over him. So shouts out to Vince Carter, man, and everything that he's put into his game, man. He's definitely deserving of being on the first ballot.
Let me ask y'all something. Hang on. I know get killed for this, but
Used to it by now.
Tracy McGrady, Hall of Famer.
He already in there.
Yeah.
He already in there.
He is?
Tracy McGrady was a baller, man.
He got in last year. What wrong with you, man?
Oh, cut that out.
Did he have a big suit on? I bet he had a big ass suit
He had
on.
a big suit on.
We're not going to cut on. You paused it and everything for that.
Dance, cut that out.
Nope. My bad. Dummy. Get him, Dan. Nah, man.
Yeah, but he in there.
Moving on into championship week. This week, man, this is for this week got a lot on the line. We kind of seeing where a lot of teams are kind of bidding to try to make sure that they get in the playoffs. In the SEC championship, we see Alabama's playing Georgia. ACC championship is looking like Clemson versus Pittsburgh. In the Big 12 championship, we seeing Oklahoma versus Texas in a rematch. In the Pac-12, we seeing Washington versus Utah. And in the Big 10, we seeing Ohio State versus Northwestern. Where are y'all picks? Who y'all rocking with? As championship week is now upon us. Who y'all got?
I got Bama to win the SEC, the Big 10, the Pac-12, the ACC, the Big 12. Bama wins them all, goddamn. Bama versus Georgia. Hopefully Georgia gives them a game, man. I saw a stat today that they're the first team to win the first 12 games by 20-plus points. That shit just ain't fair. So hopefully Georgia just stays within 20-plus points.
ESPN stat we talk about.
That's where he got it from. We watched this shit together.
First team to win 12 games. But them niggas know they'll create a stat for you.
Goddamn. So I'm still, all in all, I'm still going to go Bama. Just hopefully Georgia plays good. Who's next? The ACC, Clemson. Clemson look real good. I like the quarterback, man. I said it once. I'll say it again. I thought at first Dabo made the wrong decision. But now I see why he went with the Great White Hope, man. That quarterback pretty trill. So I'm going Clemson. Oklahoma and Texas. I just want to see some confusion because hopefully LSU wins tonight with 7. And I just want to see a little confusion. So hopefully Texas beats Oklahoma, who is number 6. Fall out there a little bit. Even if we don't get in the playoffs, we get a New Year's Day bowl game possibly. If we fucking win tonight. Pac-12, Washington versus Utah. I was hoping to see Washington State in there and throw that bitch all around because that's what they do, but they lost in the snow last night. So, hey, you are what you are. I'm going to go Utah with an upset somewhat. Northwestern, Ohio State. Northwestern serves no purpose in this game. I'm going to give it to Ohio State.
Alabama, Georgia. First half of their last 2 games, teams has been able to hang tough with them. That was wildly under athletic ability or whatever.
Wildly under athletic ability.
Wildly under talented.
Okay,
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. Damn. All right. The last two teams they played had less talent to them.
There you go. Use smaller
Then
words.
this.
What? Talented.
Grossly less talented.
Yes.
Use smaller words, my nigga.
So,
Use your words.
use your word.
That nigga got safe words.
So, still going Alabama because it's just hard. Because I read an article about them against them and the spread and how Vegas didn't even know how to deal with them. Alabama is a different type of animal. Everybody looks like they're going to be even more healthy next week because Tua didn't play healthy and still put up 50-something points.
6 touchdowns.
ACC championship game, Clemson. Big 12. I'm going to go with Texas. I just can't believe in Oklahoma. Pac-12 championship, I'm getting Todd to help me out. Todd, tell me what I'm not going to do.
Watch that shit.
Pick that shit.
Big Ten championship. Todd, tell me what I'm not going to do.
Watch that shit.
And yeah, that's my picks for the week.
Well, mine are as follows. I think Georgia's going to pull it off, man. I do. Regardless of...
You don't really think that, Todd.
He going on a limb. I'm
going out on a limb. Simply because of the way Auburn started today. I mean, for those teams, if you hadn't been watching Alabama play and the teams that they play, like Citadel, you pretty much saw a blueprint on how to potentially hang around with those guys. Keep the ball out of Tua's fucking hands.
Yeah, but
hang
you
around by
that
wishbone,
man.
Hang
They
around
don't
by
run that
50,
wishbone, true enough. But Georgia, I mean, now you're going to see a different, group of studs out there. You know what I'm saying? Now you're playing the top team on the opposite side of the SEC. So with those guys that Georgia has coming back from last year's championship team that lost to this very Alabama team, and who Alabama is a much dangerous team this year, I would say. I still think Georgia has the tools and the amount of experience to come in and beat them. And you got to think about it. They're in the Georgia Dome. I mean, well, not the Georgia Dome, but the new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. So they'll have a bit of a crowd. And Alabama travels too. So I'm going to give the edge to Georgia for those reasons.
After that, nigga, Georgia better win.
Right. ACC champs. Come on, guys. Clemson is running the ACC. Pitt, they may show up, but hey, they going to get their ass drugged if they do. Red River shootout again. I don't think Texas has what it takes to beat them again. You remember they beat them last second field goal. I don't think Oklahoma's going to let them hang around that much this long this time. Regardless of Joe watching it or not, I probably won't watch it, but I'll stick around to just see the highlights, I suppose. Washington beat Utah yet again, and Ohio State. I hope Northwestern makes it interesting. But I'm going to take Ohio State.
I tell you what's not going to happen. Not going to make it interesting.
I don't know. Remember, Northwestern get them a run for their money a lot.
Right.
Not this time.
Yeah,
I see.
Way Haskins
Ain't
throwing
gonna
that
argue.
bitch, boy.
We see Washington versus Utah. I'm not going against Browning and Gaskins. That's Washington in the Big 12, Big Pac-12 championship. I'm with Todd. Red River shootout. I just don't think Texas gonna have enough to compete with Oklahoma. Oklahoma, they looking good, man. Kyler Murray has had a really, really, really good season. They was wondering what life would be like after my man. What's my man?
Baker
Mayfield.
Yeah. And they look great. The offense is still clicking. And in some cases, they're putting up records with things that they've never done before at Oklahoma. So shouts out to Kyler Murray, man. He definitely keeping them rolling. I think they'll beat Texas. Pittsburgh and Clemson. Pittsburgh got their ass beat to sleep tonight by Miami. I think it was 24-0. I'm sorry, Pittsburgh. 24-3. You won't beat Clemson. They're going to be ready. Yeah, 24-3. Y'all got a little field goal up there.
On time,
Yeah, 24-3. Homer had 8 rushes for 168 yards. Jesus. Alabama, Georgia. This is a matchup that I said for longest. Again, before y'all get bent out of shape, I want everybody to listen to what I'm saying. I'm not going to say that Georgia's going to win. I think Alabama's going to win. But all year I've said that Clemson, Georgia, I thought LSU, they made too many mistakes, LSU. But these are the kind of defenses that will be able to at least hinder or slow Alabama down slightly. We saw that Auburn got off to a great start. Auburn just didn't have enough offense. Georgia with Swift and Holyfield can run it enough to affect them. They got a veteran quarterback in front. Well, I say veteran, just somebody who has played a lot of football in front. Yeah, but
I know that. Yeah, that's crazy that nowadays that's
how it be. Yeah, he done played a lot of football. We see Swift is coming back on. You know, it was Holyfield at one point, but Swift has come back and showed why he was the talent. And Georgia always play Alabama great at this time of the year. I think it's gonna be a good game. I think Tua and those receivers, man, and with Jacobs and Harris, man, are gonna pan out to be too much. But we've seen a lot of vulnerability in Alabama's defense. And let's not forget, Tua's not the most healthy right now. Hurt is not the most healthy right now. If he have to come and spell Tua, a lot of that shit could be recipe for disaster. I want everybody to be healthy. I want everybody to be at full strength. I'm going to go with Alabama. But I think that, again, like I said, Georgia has the ability to be able to irritate and get under Alabama's skin. So I'm going with Alabama.
And I forgot, I didn't add it on there. The most important game of the fucking week is UAB, man.
Yeah, UAB. I'm a little disappointed.
I'm sorry they lost tonight.
Yeah, I'm super disappointed with the way they played tonight. They looked like they had a hangover from Texas A&M, and they went right over there to Middle Tennessee and got their ass bust open. I hope
get the rematch though.
It's the first time that UAB is in a conference championship. I'm going to bet that Clark is going to get those boys back together, get them right, get their head, get them back focused, and they're going to come back more reinvigorated than they have been. They actually going to play Middle Tennessee again, right?
Yeah, it's real hard to beat a team. Yeah, it's real hard to beat a team twice back to back. Clark, hopefully, because he's a great coach, hopefully has the game plan, can coach up his boys. And I hate that it's not in Birmingham because I wanted to witness it. But as long as we get the W, which I think we will, I'm good.
Where's the game?
Birmingham losing.
It's going to be at Middle Tennessee State.
Should they just play that?
Right. But they lost.
Because they lost.
So now they got to go back.
They played because,
it was part of the regular schedule, but since they lost, they gave Middle Tennessee the head-to-head. But I wanted to speak on something, and I know it wasn't in our picks either, but there has been a lot of debate. How do y'all feel about UCF? We saw that Mackenzie Milton went down, but UCF has been undefeated. They got the longest active winning streak in the country. They played in the bowl game last year and embarrassed Auburn. We saw that a couple of teams lost today, which is actually, if the polls come out, it should put, if I'm not mistaken, UCF around 5 or 6 next week. What do you all feel about UCF? Do you think that UCF should be considered as a contender for the playoffs, or do you just put them in the Big Six?
I think. Oh, go ahead.
But before Milton got hurt with these losses, there was a possibility. But without him, unless whoever his replacement is comes in this championship game that they got to play next week and puts up 10 touchdowns, then no chance for you. I don't think it's no chance.
Well, we saw Michigan lost, and it was somebody else. Michigan and Michigan and somebody lost. Georgia and Alabama got to play each other. Somebody got to lose. That we know that UCF is going to fall around 6.
Maybe they'll get another New Year's Day bowl.
If somebody loses, they could be very well getting into the playoffs if they win. Now, they got to beat Memphis. They only beat Memphis by 1 point with Mackenzie Milton.
I'm sorry, but me personally, I'm not putting them in there for the simple fact that
strength of schedule, man.
Not strength of schedule. Your leader is gone.
No,
that's why I wanted to ask you before I said anything. what's Milton? Because I honestly didn't watch
He
it.
was
So
real good. Guys.
is he a great player?
I was saying if my man would have took him to Nebraska would be real goddamn good. Right?
Okay,
Simple
so
off
yeah,
him.
UCF deserves a change, but with that being said, I don't want them to be in their half staff. So
Because then they'll get beat by 50 and people,
Yeah.
like I told you. So
which they would get beat with Wilson, I believe.
probably not by 50.
No, not by 50.
Maybe 41.
But, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they have enough studs, to compete in that Final Four. I really don't, regardless of the win streak. They played a lot of close games. Those close games, some of them they won, like you said, to beat Memphis by 1 point. You put Memphis in front of any other school, then that New Year 6 or those Final Four, Memphis would probably get their ass beat by 60. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard to say. Hypotheticals in football, they got to strap it up the same way.
Right.
Somebody may come up with a better game plan than the other, but
And we'll see how it go.
Right.
Moving on into the dummy of the week.
Dummy.
Stupid
Dummy.
ass dummy.
fucking
I really can't say what shit dummy on this one, but yesterday we saw a Maryland church board.
Church board. Goddamn.
church
The whole
boy.
board getting
And we say church board, but it looked more like a WWE convention.
It's a WWE convention.
A convention. Everybody come from
Stone Cold was
everywhere.
in
Hey,
that
we
bitch.
saw that the deacons got a little mad with the pastor, and they pulled up on him, knocking him out unconscious. And when they pulled up and they knocked him out, they knocked his ass out because of the pastor canceled the Thanksgiving dinner. Not only did he cancel it, and when the deacons pulled up on the pastor, they pulled up on him at his mama house.
His mama house. Goddamn. He probably eat sweet potato pie.
Hey, my man got knocked out at your mama house, fool. It was video that basically the deacons had enough. They pulled up wearing street clothes.
Sick of his shit.
Pulled up on the pastor at his mama house, confronted him. Words were exchanged. It turned violent. Pastor ended up knocked out. Did y'all have a chance to see this story? And if so,
Did he pull up in a lat too?
Ooh, they probably did. Hey, you know how you had that
65 Braun.
well, you know that you had that one when we was little that was just for church. Everybody had them folk. Nigga, that was just the church cup. Boy, that
church
bitch
cup,
used to be
yeah.
so clean. They used to watch that bitch every week, but it only came out on Sunday.
I guess he playing with the church's money.
Man,
They wasn't playing
hey,
with his ass. though.
Deacons wasn't
They
bullshit.
stumped him and everything. They stumped my man.
All you deacons and pastors listening
Shit
right
ain't
now,
sweet.
do not cancel Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner at the church.
Them niggas hungry.
That man
apparently.
wanted to see Sister Charlene in that.
And her macaroni and cheese.
Goddamn.
Playing with the pies.
That nigga one had a reason to get out the house
He
to go
wanted
to that
to be in that
Thanksgiving
was
dinner.
Yeah, but them boys mad about that shit, man. Hey, look, pastors,
pastor,
don't
though?
cancel the goddamn Thanksgiving dinner because your ass gonna get pulled up on.
Tell
The
you.
Lord wasn't on his side.
But who is the fucking dummy in this story? Is it the pastor? or
The
is it
whole
deacon?
board, goddamn. All them niggas.
That was church that is, goddamn.
Every last one of them.
Following some crooks, goddamn.
Why they was so mad? But hey, that must have been some good ass. Whoever cooked the dressing and macaroni and cheese, hey, we need to holler at them. Because that shit
Cater.
must
We
be
need to
good.
cater the next dumbest party for that.
Hey, but what's crazy is it's a video, man.
Gotta watch the video.
Yeah, the
That
video.
nigga knocked
they
his
put up
ass
on-
out.
like,
Old nigga
yeah.
fell slow
I
as
bet they
hell.
said jive turkey and that
They
thing a couple
plotted on that
times.
nigga.
Oh man, a jive
They
turkey
had
and knocked him
enough,
out.
Pastor. I don't know what's going on at the church now, but all y'all motherfuckers, I don't know who to give it to, so all of you bitches gonna get the dumb of the week.
Pastor, the deacons,
The
whoever
whole
the pastor
board.
fool.
That whole board.
Hey, that whole church thugging, ain't it?
Pastor dumbass.
But y'all are the dumb of the week. So shouts out to that church, man. Them niggas handling business up there. But other than that, man, I've been drinking. It's
Beyonce, ain't you? I've been drinking. Say
that note again. Do it one more
Sex
time.
in the City.
don't do it, Sex in the
As
City.
long as I don't do it while I'm watching Sex in the City. You better chill out,
That nigga
boy.
say he likes Sex in
Chill
the
out,
City.
Miranda.
But for you to say that,
I know the name.
yes.
I ain't watch it though.
No.
How you know they
I just said I have a
name?
wife who watches it every time it
That
comes
nigga
on.
called out
Nigga,
the
you know
exact
you don't pay
name.
attention to your wife,
You look
so
like
it don't matter.
Hey,
'cause I don't.
Who do you under investigation?
I don't care. You can ask her. We can bring her on here. We can ask her. Yeah, I tell her turn that shit every time she put it on.
Yeah, man, we fuck else y'all want to talk about? I don't know.
Hey man, Boosie album. Can we just give a moment for Boosie live ass?
I only heard a little snippet. I
liked
it. It was decent what I heard.
I ain't get past Family Love or Love Family. Love That Family or something.
I liked it. I thought it was dope. What he was doing.
I have to give it another chance simply because I don't want to cut y'all. But I was listening to it thinking it was rap. And then I realized it really was a blues album.
Yeah.
So after I realized that, I heard the songs a little different. I know that's crazy. But I need to go back and listen again. So I'm going to do that. And then I can give
I'll try,
a
but I
better
don't know.
I liked
review critique. No, don't you try. Don't worry about it. Let us do it.
Nigga, go listen to Outkast.
Yeah, man, you still owe us homework. Little stupid ass that failed his homework.
Teacher don't
You
let
was
you
sick for 12 days and you couldn't listen to a 52-minute
I
album.
wasn't going nowhere.
Wait, remember he kept texting
Only
us
listen
in
to
the
music
group
when I go
message,
somewhere.
Hey, y'all need to watch this movie.
Yeah.
Y'all need to watch this. This nigga had 100 movies.
Oh, this show on Netflix.
Yeah, I ain't about to listen to music at home, man. I just listen to music on my commute in the gym, but at home, I'm not about to
feel
listen.
you.
I'm listening to that shit or whatever, my nigga.
Well, yeah. It ain't nothing else I want to talk about.
Oh, yeah. Hold up. If you niggas going to the movies, you gotta see Creed, bro.
I watch it on Fire Stick.
Yeah, that's fine
I'll
too.
wait for that shit.
My
I'm
cousin
never
actually.
watching that shit.
I'm gonna watch it because my
That
cousin Trey Michael B. Jordan. So I'm gonna watch it.
That shit
And he in the
cool.
movie too.
Ain't Creed supposed to be like off Rocket, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm through with Rocket. I'm through with Rocket since I was little.
Yeah.
I watched 6 of them. That's enough.
But see what it is. This
You
is
keep
black dude
coming
that got killed in the ring is his son.
Uh-huh.
And it's cool.
He should just shot that nigga then. Fuck it.
I tell you what I'm not gonna do.
Hey, watch that shit.
Go to the movies
Watch
and
this
pay
nigga
for
miss
it.
it, man.
But you
But
don't
yeah.
watch it. Yeah.
Now, anywho, we'll be back next week, man, like we never left, because we never gonna leave. You dig?
You bitch, you.
Dummy.